What's good? What's good? What's going on, my people, man? Shout out to everybody out there, boxing talk up north. I'm your host, Ryan from the Six, man. It's Friday. You know what it is. It's Friday, man. Either on your last day before the weekend, or you's on that payday tip. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the building, man. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button and show some support. If you on X, make sure you repost the stream so we can get some more people in here. Shout out to everybody who's been reposting. I really appreciate that, man. Gets the word out. And if you on YouTube, smash that like button like Ann Wolf.
Did
You know what I'm
not
saying?
really fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over.
Shout out to all the queens in boxing, man. Y'all queens out there, make sure you jump in the chat, man. And jump in when I drop the link because for real, we need more women in boxing. Y'all come in here and drop your opinions. Trust me, don't worry about these dudes out here, these clowns. I'll get them out of here if I need to. But salute to everybody in the building, man. We got Mars in the building. He said hit that like button. Yes, sir. We got my man Ty, Northside Tings. You know what it is. We got Darius Flowers in the building. What up, man? We got Bones 13, my guy. What up, man? You guys already know what it is. I appreciate y'all. He said I was running through the six with my woes. Yeah, man. You know what that is, bro. That late night club scene. You know what it is, Ty. Club hopping. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I want to speak on, this year. I don't want to recap it. I want to look forward to what's going on, what we still have left, because I think once we do the recap of 2025, man, I think we're gonna be like, this might be the best year in boxing, like as a whole that we've had in a long time. Because like I was kind of thinking about the fights that happened earlier this year and all the great events we had already. And then I looked forward at the ones we still got left. And I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy, man. My man Darius Flowers, he said, what's your X handle? It's R Fraser 33, or you can search Ryan from the Six. I know that's my username on there, Ryan from the Six. But yeah, I appreciate you, Darius Flowers, for reposting, man. I really appreciate that. My man Alex Vega in the building. Big Vega, Florida, West Palm Beach. What up, man? But yeah, I'm looking forward to what we got left on the schedule that is like scheduled, right? That's in cement. Obviously, bro, we still got a lot of big events. And I think also the UK, I think they've had bigger, how you say, bigger stadium fights. They've always had big stadium fights, but I think they've had bigger name stadium fights this year than probably they've ever had, you know? And then that's crazy to think because, well, I guess Anthony Joshua was in there, but Anthony Joshua wasn't like he wasn't active this year, man. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna look at the forward. What we got for sure is in the works, and the rest of the stuff that's falling out, and we may not know what's gonna happen with. We won't even speak on that. We'll just speak on the stuff that we know we got. Obviously, the one we're all looking forward to is the ring card. That's a no brainer, and it's just crazy to think that card is probably the best card I've ever seen put together, but it's not so it's not so wide from the last crescendo. Like the last crescendo was really good, and then name value, the Times Square was good, but it didn't turn out to be good, right? But like names, the Times Square was good too. And then you looked at the next one, which was to me was kind of Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson, the doubleheader. That may have turned out to be the best ring card we've seen, like from an action standpoint, because of the fights there. With David Morrell getting dropped, Sabril Matias and Poyo, that was a great fight. So it's nuts to think we still got like lots more left. And I think I'm just gonna go everywhere. I'm not gonna start month by month. I'll just start with the ones that you know. I think we as a whole boxing community we looking forward to, and obviously, um, this one is not really for the main event. This one's for the card, right? The Jake and Tank. I think people are looking forward to see the Jake and Tank. Obviously, for the numbers, maybe. But the undercard is great. You got Andy Hiroka versus Gary Antoine. Shout out to Gary, finally getting in the ring more than once a year. They just added Albert Bell, man. And shout out to my man Treese, because I know he been waiting on that. Albert Bell. So they added Albert Bell to the card. They got an undisputed match between shout out to my girl Amanda Gale. If y'all was on the show when she fought in Montreal, I told y'all, man, I said Amanda Gale is a really good fighter, and she probably gonna have a shot at something soon. I didn't think it was gonna be undisputed against Shanika Johnson, but shout out to her, man. She got that call, and MVP putting her right in the driver's seat, literally. So we got that. I think because Ellie Scott and he fell out of her fight. Also on that card, we got Gary has said I wanted to see Lucas Body on that, but I don't think we're gonna get Lucas Body on that. It sounds like next year, early next year, he's looking to come back. So we got Albert Bell. Let me just pull up the card here right quick because I think there's a bunch of. I think I just saw somebody else got added to that card. Oh, fucking Anderson Silva, man. That's what happened. Anderson Silva was another big announcement, which I wasn't excited about yesterday. I think that's when they announced that. And then Alicia Bumgarner, obviously, against Layla Boudin from Canada. And Yoaska Val, she's fighting for the WBC minimum world title. And then Avius Griffin, shout out to Avius Griffin, who was on the hangout spot last night with Johnny. Shout out to Johnny, my guy Johnny, holding it down for the night shifters, third ones. You know, yeah, Avius Griffin's back, man. But my bad. Vegas said November 26th. Oh, shout out to my man Trini. My bad. He just came in the building, man. What up? And my man Vega, he said November 22nd has a chance to rival that ring card in July. Yeah, no doubt. It's got to deliver, right? Like the fight's got to deliver. I think that was the good thing about the ring card in July. Is like the names weren't like jumping off the page, but the fights delivered for sure, man. The fights delivered. My man Malcolm in the building. What up? He said hit the membership, y'all. Yeah, man. Go ahead, hit the membership. Um, for all the members who are there already, y'all gonna be in the giveaway. Shout out to Malcolm, he inspired it. We're gonna give away the hat. I'm gonna obviously order another one, but the one I got on right now, Boxing Talk Up North. You know, so when y'all go to the fights, you can represent the boy, man. You know what I'm talking about. If you are a member currently, you will be in that raffle. And if you are not a member, go ahead, join the memberships on YouTube just for $1 a month, man. $1 and you in there. So shout out to everybody who's joining the members. And the members, yo, there's a fight card on today, man, the UK. And there's some fight cards tomorrow. So I will have the betting slips ready probably before I get off here. You know, I'll try to do it while I'm on here. But yeah, Vegas said, damn, we starting with that shit card. Yeah, man, I gotta, save the best for last, right? Said Albert Bell versus who? Yeah, we're still trying to figure that out. I don't know who Albert Bell could be facing off against because, like, from a standpoint of who MVP has, it's obviously not them. So I think we got to look at the other guys in around 135. So I mean, it's really a toss up, man, because it's like, okay, Netflix. So who doesn't want to fight on Netflix? One, so it can be any of the promoters, man, sending their guys out. But at 35, I don't know who it could be. It's obviously maybe Ricardo Nunez. He hasn't fought in a while. Yo, Maxie Hughes, maybe Ryo. I feel like Ryo would be an A side against Albert Bell, so they would announce Ryo first. I don't know. They've shelved Ryo, man, since he lost to Gary. We don't even know where he's at, what he's doing. It's obviously not Lucas Body. Yeah, I'm not sure who Albert Bell's gonna be fighting against. That he's like he's the A side, right? Clearly, if they announced him and didn't announce his opponent. So I don't know. They are some they got some Eastern European guys in the division. Um, yeah, I think Albert Bell. Hopefully, he's in there with somebody who's durable, got a big name, not a big name, but got a respectable name, is a contender, and can move the needle, man, for him for his career. Because if not, or not we, but he in trouble. Like, how you gonna go on a Netflix card and fight nobody? So we got to get that out the way. Shout out to my guy Ty. Membership re-up for 2 months, man. Appreciate you rocking out with me, brother. I can feel it coming in the air. Oh shit. Albert fuck around fight me. Yeah, Albert Bell fighting everybody, man. Exactly. Someone gotta want to take a risk on to be on Netflix. No, exactly. Yeah. So I'm hoping that would be somebody, you know, with a good record, good ranking. Maybe not a name that jumps off the page, but somebody who's high, maybe in the IBF, because I think that's where Albert Bell's the highest at. He's number 6. Yeah, I can't see Mark Magasio taking that fight. He's with the PBC, right? But yeah, these other guys like Abdulaev and maybe Maxie Hughes. Like Maxie Hughes can definitely take that fight against Albert Bell. We know Maxie Hughes. You know, he's a good opponent. Rao versus Albert Bell is the main card vibes. No, for real, it would be. And I just don't get that Albert Bell's gonna be on the main card, you know. Yeah, you gonna have to see him. Yo, Z Pacino, what up, man? Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Said what's going on with Ryo anyways. Yeah, I mean, he left senior, and you know what I'm saying, the PBC, they dealt with him, bro. Dirty. Yo, Robert Garcia said that they said they were gonna shelf him if he didn't fight Gary. And then he took a strap, yo, and forgot about him, man. Game's crazy, man. It's Albert Bell versus Tip. Yo, or Dennis, yeah, Branchek. I mean, Branchek is a former champ. You know, he is a declarated amateur, part of that European Ukraine team, Lomachenko and Usyk. So I mean, he's a formidable opponent, obviously. Probably not what we want, but hey, for Albert Bell, that's what he need. He needs somebody like a Branchek. Yeah, man. And then another fight like is not crazy. Boati against Zach Parker. I don't really care for that, yo. But shout out to Boati, he getting back in there. Hopefully Boati, you know who Boati should be fighting is Anthony Yard. They have long history, but no Anthony Yard. He keep getting into fights, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know who's gonna win that fight between Boati and Zach Parker. But Queensberry, they got Boati back in the ring. So shout out to them. He just keep getting opportunities. Shout out to the UK, man. They just they support boxing in a whole different way that we do over here, man. Like they love their boxing. That's why Boati and Zach Parker is like a main event over there. You know? So shout out to them, man. Alberto in the building. What up, champ? My man Ty, he said Bell versus Tip. I can rock with it. Damn, y'all trying to get Tip killed, bro. Why y'all trying to get Tip Bayless killed for, man? He got to deal with Michael first before. Yeah. Boati is one of my guys. Y'all be tuned in. Shout out to Z Pacino. Yeah, no, Boati. I love this last fight, man, with Callum Smith. That was a great fight. Yeah, that was definitely the best fight on the last crescendo card. El Concedo, what's going on, my brother? He said, salute. Toledo Treese, there he is. He popped up on us. He said, I said it 1,000 times. Your best ability is your visibility. We crushing cans on Netflix. Yes, sir. Y'all better, bro. Whoever they bring up there, Albert Bell he gotta put him out, man. He gotta put him out. You got Roger that in the building. What up, man? Camp Ross, he said, what's up, fellas? What's up, man? Good morning, fellas. You know what it is. Shout out to y'all, man, on this nice Friday morning. You know, show some love to the whole chat. I appreciate y'all. You know what it is, man. We got a lot going on, but for sure, it's definitely that day.
Payday, payday. You want payday. I know that.
Yeah, Friday. David Garcia in the building. Yeah, man. Shout out to Bones13. He dropped that $2 super chat on me. He said, y'all better be a champ. Oh, champ, mofos. Hell yeah, get on that champ level, man. Only $1. I'll be dropping them betting slips today. And yeah, inspired by Malcolm, man, who was on here campaigning that we do a giveaway. So now I'm gonna do the little hat giveaway that I got on. But I'm obviously gonna order one to y'all location. When I find the winner, I have to figure out when to start it though, but I'll start promoting it for sure. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be cool, man. Do a little giveaway for the community. I know I did gloves already. I gave away Devin Haney sign glove and Wilder sign glove. Yeah, that's what we did before. So now we'll do the hat, man. We'll do the hat. You just become a member. I'll tell y'all when I get the list put together, the members, and then I'll run it through a certain time, maybe like 2 weeks or something like that. And then we'll do a live show and we'll do the live wheel. Let it spin a row, with the members only. And that'll be dope, man. We'll see how we can get one going, right? And then yeah, Ty, I gotta set it all up, bro. I was just kind of like, this was a sample, and then yo, Tree's crazy. Yeah, this is a sample, bro. And then yeah, Malcolm was like, yo, where'd you get that? And Ness asked the same thing yesterday. So I was like, yo, all right, maybe I'll get, a couple more and then release them. I just wanted to make sure they look good, decent for the people, not trying to give y'all crap, man. But yeah, what else we got rocking and rolling here? Yo, if you just came in, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. One, show some love, hit that like and smash that repost, share it to your friend. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. And shout out to my guy. He dropped that chips on me. I totally forgot, man. Dude.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, bring them dips, man. Bring them dips. He said, are you signing the hat, bro? Nah, bro, I'm not signing it. But hey, maybe I'll get a couple signed by my brother and keep them in the collection box. So, when we get that big fight, it'll be ready there for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Darius Flower, he said, hey, nah, I needs one of them dad hats for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what it is, Ty. We in that dad face, man. Yeah, let's keep it rocking and rolling though. This card I actually just got a lot better, man. The Pitbull and Roach down in Texas. This card got a lot better. It started off with obviously Roach, Pitbull as the headline, and then Janabek and Lara unification, bro, for 3 belts as the co-main. I would assume that would be the co-main. And then now you're adding Ushaki Foster and Scooter to the undercard, which is gonna make it a great main card. And I think moving forward, this is the stance that PBC got to take. If they're gonna do pay-per-views, You got to do it like this, man. Where you're gonna load up the cards and give the fans what they want. Good boxing cards. I don't know a lot of fans who enjoy paying $80 to watch, one fight, the main event. I think you always got to give the people quality, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just think the problem with the PBC lately, like it hasn't always been like this, but I think they was just giving us good main events. Um, shout out to David Benavidez who when him and Tank did their card, that was good, man. I felt like that was quality. I got two high profile fighters fighting on one card. That's what we need more so. Guys like that doing that type of stuff. But the way the game goes, you know, um, it just seems like we only get one main event. That's good, right? So it's weird, bro. It's really weird. But the PBC, I think they understand, and this is what they got to do to compete with the market, especially with Turkey Al Sheik here. You got to beef these cards up a little bit more, man. Make them better. And I'm surprised they haven't done a free card in a while. Like, can we do we even remember the last free card PBC gave us? Was it Cordell Booker and Fondora? I think that may have been the last one that was free. And I think you kind of got to give the people something, right? Like you got to give something like a in betweener fight. So yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that the PBC was cornered into making this move. To be honest, I think they heard all the bad press from the Fedora and Thurman, and they probably told Sebastian, "Hey, man, just say you got an injury or something like that." Had him pull out, and they're gonna move that fight. But it sounds like Keith Thurman's more concerned about that fight being canceled altogether. With the way that he's speaking to the media, he hasn't openly said that it's been moved, rescheduled. He's actually calling for other fights. Man's calling out Boots Ennis and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. He said, "Yeah, having your brother sign a few will be dope." Yeah, man. Gonna get him to sign a couple of them. He said that fight gonna be better than advertised, and the rest of that card as well. Yeah. No, it's a great card, man, because even Shea Mosley and Jesus Ramos are on there. And I won't be surprised if Carmel Malton shows up on one of these cards, like this one or maybe the next one. But we need him on like YouTube at least. The YouTube portion, bro. The free portion. Why not? We need Carmel. We need him, man. We need him. I mean, Roger that. He said PBC actually making decent fights for once. Yeah, no, this is a good card. From top to bottom, I think this is one of their better cards. As far as name value, people are not gonna love it, but I think for sure, man, it's definitely one of the best ones. He said this card definitely doesn't have me reluctant to reach for the wallet. Yeah, because it's like you can sit down and watch the whole main card, bro. Know what I'm saying? It's worth it. Turkey need to give us good fights every weekend. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't oppose to that, but shout out to Turkey Al Sheik, man. Roger that. He said Thurman crying, bro, been hurt for the longest. Yeah, man, I know it's kind of weird to see Thurman crying about somebody being hurt, when he's kind of only fought what 3 times in the last 5 years or something like that, or 2 times. Like it's something crazy. Shout out to Trini BX for becoming a YouTube member. He'll definitely be in the raffle as well. But thanks for rocking out with me, bro. You know what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, Vega, he says Shane Mosley's beating Jesus Ramos. Okay. All right. Roger that. You became a YouTube member as well. Yes, sir. Rocking out with us, man. You know what my man got that Majin Vegeta, bro. I remember that. Yo, those Dragon Ball Z episodes had me stressing when I was coming home from school, like watching that man Boo eat all my favorite characters up. Yo, yeah, yeah, man. And obviously, this is a card who's not really. This card is not really spoken about as much as I thought it would be. But the Inoue, man, the Knight of Samurai, Naio Inoue versus Alan Picasso. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm surprised that it's not getting more traction, and I don't know if it's because, it's a lot of smaller guys, smaller divisions. That's why it's probably not being covered very much, but nonetheless, like, it's anyway, man. He's one of the I don't know if you want to say face of boxing, but he's one of the guys, man. He's one of the good guys. And then I look at the undercard and shout out to the hangout spot in Vega, who was telling me Hector Bermudez, he got a fighter on this card. Armando, let me pull it up, man. Forget his name. But yeah, he's on the card. So shout out to Hector Bermudez for getting the guy on the card, bro. Cause it's a big Riyadh season. The ring card. You, you know how them Riyadh season cards go, man. Lots of love. You're gonna get paid healthy and you're gonna get in a good fight. So you're gonna get your career moved in the right way. But shoot, it's all the way down here. Junto Nakatani is obviously on there. I think Junto is fighting his first fight at Super Bantam. So it kind of shows me that, hey, they looking in the direction of Inoue versus Junto next year. And then you got obviously Susumi and Taraji. He's on there too. Taraji's a former pound for pound fighter. I think he lost his last fight. And yeah, it's Armando Martinez. That's who it is. 17-0. He just fought in Florida this past weekend. And yeah, he's fighting on that card as well. He's Hector Bermudez fighter. He got a tough fight, man, against Tega. Tega is 9-0 though, but I know these guys are saying he's a declared amateur. He's southpaw, tall. Should be a good fight. Nonetheless, like, this is one of those cards that can provide nonstop action. Because I don't know about y'all, man, but I watch the little guys and I think like they throw more punches, right, than the freaking bigger guys. So like they a little bit more action. So shout out to them, man, for doing that. But I don't know, man. I think for sure it needs more traction than it's getting. But anyway, he doesn't strike me as the type of guy to be promoting like that. Like, he not gonna be out here talking. He let his fist talk, but he got a rabid fan base. Shout out to round one. He be out here batting for my man anyway. And anyway, I think the Junto Nakatani fight is huge for Japan. Should it happen, I think we'll all tune in, man, and watch that fight. As much as we're like not locked in on Japan as a whole, we'll watch that because we know what that means for Japan. That's a major fight. That's probably gonna be the biggest fight in Japanese history. Junto Nakatani anyway. And anyway gets hit, gets dropped. Jinto's a freaking knockout artist. So it's got all the recipes for being a good fight. My man Ty said Vegeta over everyone. I don't care. Nah, Vegeta was that dude. David Garcia, new member. What's going on, man? I appreciate you rocking out with me. I can feel it coming in the air. Yeah, we got my guy WP 3636 in the building. What up? They said that Frieza saga was epic. Hell yeah, Frieza was crazy. Stock Chasers in the building. Nerd. What up, man? You already know that. Man, WP becoming a member. Rocking out with us, man. You in the raffle. You know what? I can feel it coming in the air. Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta get them slips ready for y'all. I'll try to do it during the show. He said the DHP chain will be activated soon. Yeah, man. November 22nd is coming up, man. It is here. Turkey need to make anyway versus Nakatani in 2026. Roger that said. Yeah, I believe it's on the way, man. I think that's what the setups for. Having them both on the same card, both fighting in the same division now. It's definitely there, man. My man, him Juice. What up, bro? Yo, what's going on, champ? Stock Chaser said, "Bro, so Albert Bell still don't know who he fighting yet. Less than a month out. Wild. Yeah, yeah. Nah, we don't know who Albert Bell is fighting, but apparently, they know who he's fighting. You know, my guy Johnny, he got the inside sources. He said, they know a possible name person who they gonna be fighting, so they have an idea who they fighting. So it's just probably they trying to get things hashed out contractually wise, and then they'll make the announcement. Yo, there he is, man. The hangout spot, Johnny, man. Make sure y'all go check him out. He's got a great channel over there, man, and he does his thing, holding it down. I'm sure he'll be live this weekend for the fights. Go check him out. He had the late show last night. He had Avius Griffin on doing the interview. He said salute to my guy Ryan. Good morning, everyone. Salute. Roger that said fans asking for Tank versus Inoue fight will never happen. Yeah, I hope it don't, bro. Cause I mean, we kind of wanted to see we want to see Tank fight his contemporaries, man. But if you move back down or move the little guy up, I mean, damn, bro, we gonna kill Tank, man. You gonna say why you keep moving all these little guys up? Y'all stop doing that. My man Noel Dennis, what's going on, bro? He said, "What up, Six? Thanks for the show, brother." Hell yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is, man. I mean, Stock Chase, he said, "What they do now? If you fuck with Anyway, yeah, Anyway's good, man. I like Anyway too. I think Anyway's one of the best fighters on the planet, man. But yeah, you just don't get that respect because he's in that little division, and people just don't value the little guys like they do with the heavyweights and the others, right? But yeah, for all the members, you will be added into the raffle we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to get it popping. I'll start it next week, right? I'll start whatever the names that are in the hat right now. So if you remember from the stream and then before, if you remember, I got everything already. Got your names. They'll be all put on the wheel, and then everybody who joins the membership between let's say now and the end of the month, they'll be added in. And at the end of the month, yo, we'll do the raffle, and I'll send that nice hat. This hat, not this one, but we'll order one straight to your crib, man. Straight to your crib, my man. Him Juice. He said I actually want to see him more in the U.S. Yeah, I mean, it gives me mixed emotions too, because I'm like I want to see him in the U.S. too, but I'm like, who are you gonna fight? I don't think there's a lot of U.S. little guys that are like top of the top outside of Bam Rodriguez. Shout out to him. He's probably one of the best, but he's just too small in weight. I think he's at 115 right now, so he have to go to 18, and then anyways weight 22. Two weight classes to fight anyway, and he's really small right now. Bam Rodriguez. I think he still needs to grow, man. He's young too, so he's got time. So I don't think he needs to rush into it anyway fight. That's for sure. But yeah, the anyway card is definitely good because Gento's on it, Taraji's on it, and then obviously Hector Bermudez. He's a friend of the community. Good guy, man. He sent in a couple of super chats the other day up here. So he's got his guy Armando Martinez on the card. So we'll be watching out for him as well and supporting. That's for sure. Yeah. Send a message right quick. My bad for the dead air. We got my man Vega. He said so it was okay for Bud to move up to fight Canelo, but not anyway for Tank. Nah, I don't know, man. See, like I felt like I mean, if anyway want to go chase history, yeah, for sure, move up, bro. But like, is Tank the same type of value as Canelo? Tank's not carrying around undisputed. Tank is not, I don't know, not declared as the best lightweight to me. But I think like Canelo's got a case as being one of the best super middleweights. He's the only guy to undispute that division outside of Bud now. Bud's the second, which is crazy. And yeah, I just think that the Canelo win ages well for Crawford than anything. I don't know, like obviously a Tank win for anyway would age well, but then it's like, hey man, it doesn't present the same weight, I guess. But hey, if the money is like, if anyway could pull in 150 mil or something crazy like what Canelo pulled in, because I think you got to think too, who's the A side? Is it Tank Davis? Like is it Tank Davis gonna have enough bread to bring anyway over here, or does Tank Davis have to be a B side and go over to Japan? To get the Japanese money, which I don't know what it equates to. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Ty said Junto 2026. Junto and Inoue? I think so. I mean, him Juice said he can be our Jackie Chan or Jet Li. Ah, you crazy, bro. Call that man anyway, Jackie Chan. He's Roger that said anyway, he's too small for Tank. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do that little raffle. Luna Glider, what's up, man? What's going on? Salute. He said, I was told Bud and Canelo were around the same size. Well, so are Inoue and Tank. Yeah, Tank is what? Tank is 5'5". Is Inoue 5'5" too? I don't know how big Inoue is. See, I'm not an Inoue fan, man. I need round one here. Like round one would know how big Inoue is. I know Inoue started at what, 108 or something like that. He started at a low weight class though. So I think he's moved up like almost 4 classes already or something like that. Crazy. But like, yeah, definitely Ray Z Pacino, Manny Pacquiao, he kind of like, he kind of destroyed that theory of moving up. He moved up like 8 divisions. Nah, he won 6 in my opinion. If you count the IBO and the vacant titles or those, what are those, interms, and it's 8 if you count all that, but it's 6 to me. So I don't care for interms. I think interms are like second place medals, bro. That's the way I look at it. Like you're not the real champ. You second place. So we'll see though what Inoue could do. Pac-Man, like Z Pacino said, moved up multiple weight classes. Yeah, he's too small. Shit played out. No, that's true. But I mean, Pacquiao's one of one, right? At least I think so. I think Pacquiao's one of one. I don't know if we'll ever see another guy climb up that many divisions. My man El Concedo, he said, get the yeah, gotta get the sweaters going, Ryan. It's definitely hoodie season, that's for sure. It's worse than hoodie season. It's actually jacket season for me now. Yeah, we putting out them jackets, bro. Yeah, I should get some sweaters, bro. He said anyway, rehydrates to 140. Damn. And he's fighting at 122. That's crazy. My man Roger that said if Cardenas dropped anyway, Tank sleeps him. Hey, he might. He might. My man Trini BX said our Pro Box got a good card November 7th. Yeah, Nicholas Floss versus Tiger. And Dan Valle, he's on the card too. Dom Valle. I wonder what happened to Marcus Valle. But Dominic, I always thought he was the better one, to be honest. Did you talking about Clarissa and Layla drama yet? Nah, I didn't, bro. I didn't even really see the videos, to be honest. I saw like Layla Ali, or sorry, Clarissa said that Ann Wolf was the best. I saw that. I thought that was a shot, bro. I was like, damn. She said Ann Wolf. I mean, I wasn't mad at it. Ann Wolf was tough. Hell yeah, Ann Wolf was one of them ones. But we gonna see, man. Man, Toledo Treese, he said Tank is gonna fight Pacquiao. Yeah, I believe that. I thought that was the fight that was gonna happen, honestly, before this whole Jake Paul thing got called out. You know what I'm saying? I thought for sure Tank and Pacquiao was fighting. Outside of the bread, it really doesn't make sense if they fight. I'm watching. Oh, you talking about Tank and Inoue? Yeah. You said Inoue versus Ball got a better shot of happening. Yeah, Nick Ball for sure, because they got, Nick Ball's got the 126 belt. Anyway, want to move up to another division, he can go ahead and fight Nick Ball, who's a small guy in stature. But Nick Ball's a big dude. Like, he wide body, but he a short dude. He like 5'2". He's the smallest champ, I think. They both would be the best fighter on each of their resumes. Tank, an American star, and Inoue is a Japanese star. Fight in Los Angeles. Nah, that'd be dope. That would be dope. Both are 5'5". Both have 67 in reach. Okay. So yeah, they are the same size then. I guess it's just the weight. What do you think? You think they do catch weight 132 or something like that? I don't know, man. WP said folks still believing in Gervonta is wild. Dude's a shell of himself. Whatever that was, because he never fought a top contender champion, Lamont took his confidence away. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we gonna say until he get back in the ring with Lamont, right? Roger Daddy said anyway gonna struggle if he goes to 126. He might. He might be capped out at 122. Y'all still care for Tank? Stock Chase is asking. Man, David Garcia, he said, looks like Cruz versus Mulataya is happening. That will be a good fight. Yeah, I see that they were doing the purse bid for that. I wonder if Eddie Hearn won it. If they're gonna bring that over to Matchroom. My man said, Gamboa hurt Bud. Canelo didn't. Damn. What you trying to say? Gamboa punch harder than Canelo? maybe Bud learns his lesson. Sometimes you get caught and you're like, damn, I ain't doing that shit again. Dave Garcia said, always stock chasers. He said, F that guy, honestly, he shouts out to the real fighters scrapping against real competition, giving the fans what they want. Yeah, I think most people got that same outlook on Tank Davis, but you just gotta, what it is with Tank Davis, man. He telling us, right? Leonard Ellerby telling us too. They all telling us he an attraction. Y'all got a better luck with Tank fighting me than actually fighting someone the public think would challenge him. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I think we all got that same view on it, and it sucks, man. He said on a Aiden Ross car. Who that? Tank Davis gonna fight Lamont Sanat, the new tank of PBC. Yo, shout out to Two Tone, bro. You made that name up. I swear. He the first one I ever heard say that. Lamont Sanat. Yo, my man, Two Tone, man. He said Lamont Sanat, yo.
Yeah.
He definitely taking over the PBC pay-per-view events, right? He the first one up. Said don't give a shit to see Tank versus anyway. But we getting all these weird fights, and the reasons or excuses for them happening can be used for any fight now. So let's not pick and choose when we feel like it. Nah, that's exactly what we be doing, picking and choosing. Picking and choosing. My man Luna Glider said, I'm very interested in the Diego Pacheco versus Kevin Lee Sajo fight. Yeah, man. I was surprised by that pick. I thought for sure, you know, Diego Pacheco will be fighting for a interim. I don't know if that's another eliminator. I think him going over to Sajo from Macumbi is kind of like just sidestepping. Like they're kind of like the same level fighter. I feel like you need to start Diego Pacheco. You gotta start challenging yourself, bro. start doing some things, man. Because yeah, that division is starting to heat up. A lot of those guys in there, and Billy, Lester Martinez, Iglesias, he even got Beck the Bully who's in around there. Is Jamal Charlo there? I think he's campaigning at 68 now. He's there. Caleb Plant is still there. Berlanga's there. Like those are guys you gonna need to fight soon. So why not, you know, push it up a bit, try to get better with it. I don't know, man. I think Beck the Bully for me would have been the fight for Diego Pacheco. I would have took on Beck the Bully. I think he has the interim title, WBA. Try to get him in the ring. Tip was a Tank fan. He don't fuck with now. Yeah, Tip it was a Tank fan, man. David Garcia said Vega, that fight will be very close, man. He said Tank give Ryan that payday. No, he did. They both got paid, man. They both got paid and literally thought they was the face of boxing, bro. Like off one fight.
Payday, payday. You want payday? I know that.
Yeah, man. Had them both talking like they would have won a championship or something. Now you got Ryan Garcia sitting up there talking about Triple G ain't no Hall of Famer. And it's like, bro, you done did nothing in your career. Triple G was knocking shit loose. I get it. He said Tip was a Tank. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, same here. Pacheco was jumping off the porch with this one, man. Yeah, man. I thought for sure, it would have been a little bit better name, but I mean, I'm all right with it. He said Sajo is a perfect warm up for Billy. I don't. Maybe I'm still like tripping on the Billy Lester fight because I thought, despite the fact Billy doesn't have any crazy boxing skill, like he has a lot of boxing flaws. The dude's work ethic is second to none, and I think a lot of people don't know how to handle that yet. And I think right now, Diego Pacheco, he gets smacked by Billy if Billy came with that pressure. And I only say that because of the Trevor McCumbee fight. I thought, Diego Pacheco was too cautious of McCumbie's power. And I get it. McCumbee put down Plant. Like, he obviously have real power, but he's like in Billy, he lacks technique, right? And Billy probably lacks even more technique than McCumbee, but his pressure is gonna be way, way more than McCumbee. Way more. He's pushing the pace. We've seen why Pacheco ain't messing with him, Billy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Veggie said that they not rushing Pacheco. Yeah, yeah, man. And they shouldn't, because I don't think he's quite ready yet. Roger that said Lester packs Pacheco up. He said Pacheco has an interim title too. Oh, he does? I know he fought against McCumbee for something. I thought it was an eliminator. I didn't think it was an intern. Yeah. So yep, Trevante literally tells boxing fans and supporters to F off. Yet some keep riding with the dude. I don't get it. Yeah, WP. I don't know, man. Maybe they think like they not boxing fans, so he not talking to us. I don't know. But yeah, he does do that. I don't even understand it, man. My man Roger that said Ryan talking shit about Triple G. Ain't even won a damn belt. Yeah, man. The dude never won nothing. He had like some interim strap where he was supposed to fight Devin Haney and he swerved that. When the glider said, and Billy Engine is insane. Yeah. No, for real. And like I thought he was gonna gas in that Lester fight. He fucking didn't, man. He trained hard for that shit. My man Roger that said, and Billy don't stop coming forward. Yeah, man. He don't, bro. My man Malcolm said they're really hating on Ford right now. Being in camp with Jake. Who that? Ray Ford? He in camp with Jake? Yeah. That'd be dope, man. Ray Ford get up in there. Cause Ray Ford, he don't fuck with Tank either. My man WP said don't rush Pacheco. He has a chance to be special. Nah, that no doubt he does, man. Stock chases, man. He said Ryan's a joke. Oh man, Z Pacino said, "I lie. He's not the intern." Yeah, I don't know which. I think it was the WBA route they went, and the WBA has a weird way of crowning people, right? They do too many interns and gold belts. They got too many things going on at the WBA. It's nasty work, man. Stock chases. He said a piece of ish. Can't stand that guy. Who Ryan Garcia? Yeah, I know, man. And it's kind of weird. The Ryan Garcia thing is really. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's boxing business is weird, man. And it's probably just more business than anything else. Like this dude is literally like a spokesperson for the Ring magazine now. And I know back when the Ryan Garcia and Devin thing popped off, where Devin went and sued. Yo, Ryan Garcia was crashing out on the internet talking about Muslims. He saying this and that and the third and how they this and they that, going way off field, man, with it. And the fact that I don't know, maybe Turkey's never heard them rants. Maybe the dude kissed Turkey's feet or something. Like something happened, bro. Cause I can't think of paying somebody money that literally hates my people, bro, or hates my religion, or hates the things that you know my culture embodies and speaks down on it in that fact, man. I don't know, man. I could never give a guy like that a check. Never. And this dude headlined him in Times Square. And now he got Ryan Garcia sitting up on the desk talking about Triple G ain't no Hall of Famer. And he ain't done nothing in boxing, bro. It's wild. I don't understand it. My man David Garcia, he said, who Pacheco gonna train with now? I don't know. I don't know who I want to see him train with. Maybe what's his name? Manuel Robles. I like Manuel. He does a good job. I think he's a good coach. He said, I can't stand seeing him on that Ring Magazine show. My man Z Pacino said that. Yeah, he talking about Ryan Garcia, man. My man Malcolm said he a jerk cheat and his rants was crazy. He lost a fan in me. He lost a lot of fans, man. And only because he's Turkey's favorite kids. No way, he's Turkey's kid's favorite boxer? Ryan Garcia? That's wild. I don't know, man. He said, when you under the influence, you speak the truth, in my opinion. Yeah, Malcolm, they say that. They say that. But I don't know, man. My man said, pack up freaky ass Ryan Garcia, man. Yeah, Ty. Shout out to L Dub. What's going on, champ? L Dub Boxing, man. Make sure y'all check him out. He got a good channel as well. Talking about that boxing. And yeah, man, he usually gets you up, lets you know what's gonna happen next because he watches those rankings. WP said, yeah, that Ring Magazine show is a clown show. I always delete it when it pops up. Yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't really watched them all, but I saw clips. And look, I'm not like the craziest Tank Davis fan. I got love for Tank Davis, but I saw that the clip where Max Kellerman was saying he's not a real champion. I was like, bro, like, dude is a champion. Dude won belts. He beat guys. He beat champions. He's just not fighting the guys we want him to fight. But the dude is a champion. Like, just because he's not holding or never held the ring belt doesn't mean he's not a champion. And if that's the case, then you can't recognize the other sanctioning bodies. Don't recognize any of them. Only recognize the ring champions. If they did that, then his conversation would make sense. But yeah, you got to keep it across the board then. Ryan Garcia definitely held the hand. He held the hand, yo, Turk's hand. Oh man. My man Roger that said Ryan will never accomplish what Haney has. Never. Never. My man Gvon in the building. What up, champ? He said Robles or Garcia would be good for Pacheco. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I like Robert Garcia too. But I think Pacheco's reason for leaving Benavidez Sr. was because Benavidez Sr. had to go to Miami, right? I think David Benavidez made it a little tough because from what I know, Pacheco's from Cali, and I think he had to relocate to Seattle because that's where Benavidez and them train. And then David, moved to Miami, maybe for better lifestyle, better for his family. And I think he opened up a gym down there or something, or joined a gym. So he's in Miami. So now you got senior. He has to travel between Miami, Seattle, and David's got one of the biggest fights of his life coming up here against Anthony Yard. First title defense at 175. So you got to think, okay, they're spending a lot of time over there in Miami, and maybe for Pacheco, that's very inconvenient. He can't just pack up everything and leave, man. His whole family. But yeah, he's probably just looking at it like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He probably looking at it like, I'm not getting enough out of senior. Maybe I'm not learning enough. Gotta go somewhere else. And that's okay, man. It sounds like they at least had a talk, right? Like it didn't sound like we never got no Benavidez Senior saying like the Ryle situation where it's like, what? Like, what do you mean he fired me? We never spoke. It's not that type of situation where it sounds like that, where anybody's really having backlash with it. My man Luna Glider said Rolly Romero delivered swift justice against Ryan Garcia. Did he ever, bro? My man Stock Chase said, shout out to Rolly Romero for doing God's work. Hell yeah, man. WP said Ryan did say he has been to Bohemian Grove. Yeah, Ryan Garcia said a whole bunch of craziness, bro. Did all that just to pop dirty. Dave Garcia said, I'd like Robert Garcia for him, but I heard he's going to Vegas. Who's going to Vegas? Robert Garcia or Pacheco? I think Robert Garcia, doesn't he have a gym in Texas? My man Chad in Canada. What up, bro? Trini BX, he said, I hope Ryan don't get the pack fight. Me too, man. Ryan Garcia don't deserve anything nice, bro. Siobhan said it's okay to be racist, though. That's what keeps you alive. Stereotypes exist for a reason in any race. Hey, man, I mean, to each his own. I don't know, bro. I wasn't taught like that. My parents don't raise me to. And I think maybe it's your surroundings too, bro. Like I look at my neighborhood where I'm from, bro. Like white people are a minority where I'm from, and I mean to say that like there's every other race. Like where I grew up around Indian people, Chinese people, and Europeans. If you ever talk to Europeans, they don't say they're white. You ever speak to real like Europeans, Italians, and people like that, they don't consider themselves white, bro. They say, "Nah, I'm European." It's funny. Like they disassociate themselves. And they're like, "Nah, I ain't white." So I had the luxury of growing up around that, and obviously there's white people in Canada too, but they were the minority where I was from. He said that's funny when Haney told Ryan to get off the ice. Yo, De La Hoya was looking up. Yo, and I'm sure like De La Hoya, like he probably saw a lot of Ryan Garcia in him, like in himself early, but like Ryan Garcia never did any Oscar De La Hoya things. Never, ever, bro. Never. That man said, I would like Pacheco to link up with Bob Santos. Ooh, yo, Toledo, that's a good one, man. That's a good one, Bob Santos. Yo, that would be a good one. I like Bob Santos. I think he's a really good coach. He's done a great job with Mario Barrios. Like, look at Mario Barrios, man. We don't think of him as being like world beater, but he a two-time champ. Well, he won a full belt at 47. I think he had a regular belt at 40. My man. He said Dad needs to tell his dad to get off the snow. Don't worry about the others. My man Malcolm said, Max said he never beat a belt holder. He beat exact. Yo, yo. He was talking crazy about Tank Davis, and look, I'm not no Tank Davis fan, but like I was saying that too, Malcolm. Like Pedraza, to me, that was one of Tank's best wins. Pedraza, because Pedraza was undefeated at the time, champion. I think he was the IBF champion, and yeah, Tank Davis went there and beat him, man. Stopped him. I think he stopped Pedraza. My man, round one in the building. What up, champ? It's good, round one. Let me drop the link in the chat though for y'all. I'm over here tripping. Shout out to y'all. The chat's burning, man. Everybody's in here on the Friday. Shout out to Friday, man. You know what it is. Friday's that day of the week, man. You get paid, right?
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Yeah, make sure if you just came in here, man, make sure you we see up in Canada, take your shoes off at the door and smash that like button.
Did not really fight her. Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to women's boxing. But let me try to drop this link in the chat so y'all can call into the show. Yeah, we talking about the schedule, man. We talking about the schedule. We've been through a few fights already. We talked about which fights did we talk about? We talked about Anyway. I think that's where we left off with Anyway, right? That's why we're talking about Anyway and Tank. Got the Anyway, and then yeah, the early ones, Tank and Jake. That's definitely one that I would say a different fan base is looking forward to. And then you kind of got like the others, man. The other ones who are coming up. And then there's the one that I think we're all looking forward to. The Ring magazine card, right? The Ring. The one that's dubbed to be probably the best of the year. Benavidez Yard, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. Yeah, man. It's definitely going to be one hell of a card. Let me get through these chats real quick. Jesus. I think I skipped by somebody here. But yeah, shout out to round one, man. Round one popped up in the building. My guy Malcolm, WP there. My man said, Dev snorts that snap powder. Y'all leave Devin Haney alone, bro. He said crazy because Ryan had a crazy high that week. He was dropping content and everyone was on his side. Then he popped dirty. Damn. Oh, when he won? Yeah, he was dropping music videos. He was doing everything. He was on tour. Yeah, he said definitely environmental. For sure, man. Facts. He said, Roger that. It's the whites versus the rest. Blame Trump's ass. Oh, man. I mean, WP said USA folks are programmed to be racist, especially those who complain about racism is the most. Yeah, I can't really comment on that, bro. I never grew up in the US. I mean, I lived there for a bit. I went to school in the Midwest in Iowa. I went to junior college because I was getting recruited by a D1 school. And they said, yo, you go junior college, get that, and then you transfer over, right? Because I tried to do the SAT test, but we have a whole different metric system from y'all. So that shit was like foreign language to me. You know, measurements, just measurements was different. Pounds, we don't do pounds, we do ounces over here. Yeah, the metric system, we are on the UK metric system, right? So yeah, basically yeah, I went to school in the Midwest and it was like it was a college house I was living in with a couple other my basketball buddies. I think it was 3 or 4 of us living in the house. And yeah, bro, we just did college things, had lots of parties and stuff like that. And I remember one evening the police came to the door and like it was weird, bro, because like I was like, is this how they operate down here? Like the motherfucker came to the door instead of asking me for my ID, he asked me for my passport. I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, who the fuck just asked for a passport? Like, some people don't even have a passport, right? So it kind of clicked in that they already knew who was living in the house. Like, it was me and a couple dudes. Like, one guy was from Australia, the other guy was from Canada as well, and then the other guy was from Florida, and one guy was from Atlanta too. So there's four of us, yeah. And yeah, man, it was really weird. This motherfucker asked me for my passport and wanted to see if my student visa was still valid. And it's like freaking December. I'm like, bro, like I just got here pretty much. We're not even in second semester, bro. What do you mean if it's still valid? But yeah, it's very weird, man. A man said Leon Pyro looks to be making a line to the IBF title after he beat David Papat. Yeah, he got an eliminator. I think an eliminator just got announced today. Leon Pyro versus Patty Donovan, IBF eliminator. My man Starchaser said round one. I heard anyway popped up like the Candyman. The hell's going on here? Uh-oh. Yeah. Siobhan said Pedraza is Tank's best win, but he's gone on to win no new fights. He a punching bag, so maybe he was just never that good. But yeah, he's a champ. No, that's a fact. Yeah, Gvon, yeah, you're right, man. They were passing Pedraza around after that. You know what I'm saying? He said cooking with the six guy. You know what it is. Yeah, bro. Oh, he said Pacheco's going to Vegas. Okay. Robert is in Cali. Okay. Yeah, I knew for sure that he was leaving Cali, right? Pacheco. Somebody was on, it was a Michelangelo? I think Michelangelo, who's in the community, TBV, and he pops up here sometimes too. I think he said that, yeah, where Pacheco's from is a bad area and stuff like that. So he trying to get away from that. And I feel that, man. He said, man, here comes the it's hey, you wild, bro. You wild, man. Oh, Wizard in the building. What up, man? My man, LA, what up, man? He says salute. My dog, LA, man. What up, bro? Thanks for dropping them chips. You know what it is.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Hey, Z Pacino, he said, I need one of those Debo shirts before November 22nd. Okay. Definitely, brother. Debo Dev, man. You know what it is. My guy, round one. What up, champ? Going on round one?
Man,
Everything good?
set up. What up?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man. Just locking in this last few weeks. We have to go. Uh, it's this shit has been an experience. I gotta tell you, man. It's been a real experience. It really has. Uh, it tests your fortitude, your mental, your mental fortitude, your overall toughness. You know what I mean, and you know what I'm saying. Just everything. You know, you go through like a whole bunch of fucking emotions and shit going back
Mm-hmm.
into training at my age right now and stuff, and like sometimes like what I really never really thought, I let the event get bigger than me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So to speak, in my head. I've never been a type of person that I've been like that. And now being in social media and showing up to some of these places and stuff, right? Because you know what I'm talking about. I might be talking fast for some people, but I'm fighting on Border Wars
Yeah, yeah.
November 8th in
Yep.
Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm 51 years old. I'm fighting in the master's class. And I'm coming back after like 30 years of inactivity, right? And that's my situation. I'm fighting a guy that's Got 15 fights. Just fought in August. Active fighter, but he's coming off a loss. He's coming off a loss, right?
Yeah.
And he wants to get another win. So I
Oh,
wanted to
is
get a
your
fight.
mic connected? The chat said
Why?
they can't hear you.
Oh, they
I mean,
can't?
I can hear you, which is weird.
Huh? That's weird. All right,
Yeah,
hold
it
on.
is pretty low. I don't know if you
Okay,
could
hold
turn
on.
it up a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Hold on. Pop, 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 pop. See if we can bring that up. Turn this up.
They said it's on whisper.
Really? No, sir. Wow. Hold on.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
That's better?
Yeah. Well,
All
for
right.
me it is. I hope the chat is. Y'all let me know, man. The
Yeah,
chat.
let them know. Oh, let me put up the comments. That way I don't even see your comments. Hold on. Sometimes
All
I
right.
don't even put them on just to like,
Somebody said it's good now. All right.
yeah,
Much better. All right.
thank
You
you.
good?
So like, it's preparing for the fight and everything. Getting back in shape, listening to your body, things like that, and preparing for Border Wars November 8th. I got my plane ticket. I finally got my master's headgear. It just came in the mail yesterday. I was like, yeah, boom, I got that out the way. Because you need the master's. They weren't going to let me fight without it.
Oh, it's
So I had
different.
to get, yeah, it's a different, yeah. So I got that. So everything's all set. Like sometimes I don't like coming on. I don't even like going on my show or Ness's show because of all like the questions and shit. You say something on it. Oh shit, he's pulling out. He's talking about negative and things like no. These are just things I share with people so they understand that we're not robots. Like it's not a facade. It's not fake. What I'm putting
Yeah.
out. I'm telling you, this shit is hard. This is not for everybody. I know a lot of guys that already started with me. They already quit,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even got a fight lined up. They just quit.
Yeah.
So it's it's just going through all the the getting everything out of your head. Look, I was given freaking 2 months to get ready for a fight. You know what I mean? After 30 years, like the odds of, but I make no excuses. I'm going in there to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in there to win. You know what I mean? And I think I could do this. I
Mm-hmm.
think I could do it. I think I could do it. You're gonna have to show me you can beat me. That's all.
Yeah.
I once told Brian Norman Sr.'s father, he was on the show, we was talking and shit, right?
Oh yeah,
And I
senior.
said,
Yeah.
and I told him, I said, the way I view the person in front of me, you are here to assist me on whooping your ass. That's what you're here for. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You're here to assist me on to doing so. And that's it. That's how it's going down. That's how I'm gonna keep my mindset. And like I was talking, I was talking about it. Like you go through a lot, as a fighter. You know what I mean? And you realize that if you don't go through some crazy shit as a fighter or preparing for a fight to overcome shit, then you haven't been pushed as a fighter yet.
Mm-hmm.
Adversity is something that fighters are going to have to deal with. It's the kind of sport where you have to have your shit together while you're being attacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're under duress. There's somebody attacking you, punching you in the face. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be cool, calm, cool. You know what I'm saying? And you got to just react in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand what timing really is, not just say the word timing. Understand what it is. Understand what just a slight of a step can make a difference.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And sometimes, the over aggression can lead you into a big punch, you know what I mean? Things like that. So it's boxing is something that it takes a lot from you, but it's true what they say. We all got to be a little crazy to do this sport, man.
Yeah, you do,
to
man.
wake up and want somebody punch you in the face.
Absolutely, man.
Sign me up for that. You know what I mean? So Nah, definitely. Like I told my wife, everybody's like, "Hey, you're going through a midlife crisis." I'm like, "Shut up." I'm like, man, listen. People want to do interesting things in life. People like jumping
Yeah,
off buildings and shit and airplanes and
exactly,
shit. Me,
exactly.
you, a lot of people in the chat, we want to get in a fight. You know what I'm saying? We're different athletes. We're just, you ever get that baseball player? It's like, I want one more game, one more pitch. You know,
Hmm.
or that quarterback is like, I want to catch receiver. I want to catch one more pass. You get that old fighters. I want one more fight, and I get it. I get it. I get it. Not until you experience that you realize that it's much more than just fighting. It's the competition. It's the moment. It's the preparation. Shit.
Hmm.
For some people, it could be the smell of the gloves in the gym and the fucking. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
waking. Going into that. It's like and going into a gym and breathing, going like this is where I belong. You know what I mean? Those kind of
yeah,
feelings. I don't know if anybody gets that shit, but that shit is like sacred. Like fighting is I can respect great fighters, bro. Cause I know what that shit takes to do. You know what it's like to think something but not have the ability to pull it off? A lot of coaches are like that,
yeah,
But yeah, like that shit, you know what I'm saying? Fighting is sacred, bro. Absolutely.
yeah, man. So everything's going well with the camp.
Yeah,
Still
everything's
sparring a
going.
lot, or you starting to tune it
Um,
down a
um,
bit?
I toned it down a bit, to be honest with you. I'm going back into sparring hopefully this week right here. In the last 2 weeks, closing it out, and then the last 7, 8 days or whatever, it'll be like, the cardio, preparing for the weight cut or whatever. Cause in the amateurs, we got to do the weight cut the same day type shit. As soon as you do the weight
Hmm.
cut, you got a couple hours to rehydrate and get in the ring, Jack. So I have a feeling that things are gonna have to be negotiated because I don't think OC looks any thinner than the day I talked to him at the beginning of all of this. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm like looking at him. He comes on. I'm talking to him. I'm like, bro, you actually look heavier. You know what I mean? Like I'm killing myself. I'm thinning myself. Man, listen. Like I'm like trying to like lose this weight. To
Yeah.
get down, but I'm like right around the corner from the deadline. I'm like 6 pounds off. I know I could shave that off and then
Oh, that's
sign.
not that bad.
Nah, I could. I got that. I got that, but I don't know about him. I don't know about him, homeboy. So he might be a little bit heavier,
Yeah.
but he paid me that penalty fee and make sure my money's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put I'm gonna put these hands on him. It doesn't matter really for me. Um, we'll negotiate whatever, but I didn't go this far to get there and be like, oh, a pound or two, man, get your punk ass in the ring. Let's go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's it. So,
Damn.
but I'm not scared to lose, bro. I'm not scared to lose, but I'm also not scared to win. You feel me? You feel
Gotta
me?
win, man. Gotta
Yeah,
win.
man. You know what I mean?
Gotta
So
go for that
we
dub.
gonna rock out.
Absolutely, man.
That's
So
what's
a
up,
month
baby.
away. Yeah, my man Darius Flowers said he walking away with the dub. Malcolm said penalty. Hell yeah, there's gonna be a penalty.
Yeah,
You're gonna
because
come in overweight.
yeah, I'm he's gonna have to give me $100 every pound. Fucking right.
Hey, that sounds right.
It sounds right.
That
It's about
sounds right.
that's it. And then we can negotiate from there because I'm killing myself taking this weight off because he was the one. See, because when we first negotiated the fight, I told his ass, I said, bro, you look heavy as shit. Why don't we come in at 185? Right?
Oh,
I'll
you try
rock
to
with you.
make it friendlier
Huh?
for him, man. You try to make it like friendlier for him, like
Yeah,
somewhere
because
where he can get to.
okay, study your opponent. What weight did you come in your last fight? Oh, you missed weight.
Oh, he did. Oh shoot.
Yeah. So you missed weight your last fight because you couldn't make that weight. You trying to make high school weight, brother. You ain't making that shit. You know what I'm saying? Them days is over, son. You know what I mean? Stop making me kill myself to try to get a 175, which was the contractual weight that he requested. He said, I'm making 175. I said, brother, you ain't made 175 since motherfucking, you know what I mean, 20 years ago. So I was cool with fighting him at one because I was up to like 195 at the time, playing around with 201. So I said, let me get down and weight. I'm not that big of a dude. I'm 5'8" at best, 5'9" on a tall day. On a real tall day, I'm 5'9", okay? With extra socks. But anyway, so I told him, I said, yo, let's fight at one. Nah, I got this. 175. What, you can't make the weight? I said, all right, let's do it. You know what I mean? So boom, here we are, you know, and this is just great for me, man. As far as competition, bro, right after this shit is done, baby. Yo, check this out, Ryan. You know where you can find me, Ryan, right after this fight? You know, they talk about it, but let's be about it, right? You know where you can find me right after this fight? You could go to BoxRec and you could check me out on BoxRec because my picture will be right there, all right, with the rest of the boxes. Okay, because you can look me up because I'm going to be on BoxRec because I'm a registered fighter. All right. So, yo, it does a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, like, this is my Super Bowl. This is my Stanley Cup. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never going to go pro. You know? Let me have my moment. This is my moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just like learning how to like embrace the moment, not get carried away, keep it competitive, and do everything and show up and make a good account of myself. I just, at 51 years old, I don't want to go out there and look like you know what I'm saying? Like that sparring footage I had, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Ryan, if they only knew, the coach told me, Edwin, this is the first sparring footage. You know what to do. Okay. So when you see me in the fight, I might not look like that. I just might not. I'm not gonna look like exactly like that. But listen, it's my job to perform well. I want to perform well. I think if this is my last hurrah, at least I give a good account for myself. My cardio's up exponentially. You know what I'm saying? My wife's noticed it. You know what I mean? Like, shit, bro. Like, it's just in the breathing and everything. Like, you know, I'm running farther, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it is doing something for me in my life to stay healthy and to stay, you know, like that. So, yeah.
Shout out to Malcolm, $2 super chat. He said, yo, round one, channel your inner anyway.
Yo, hold on. When you want me to channel my inner way? I got you, homeboy. Hold on. I'm going in.
Got that Karate Kid going.
Yo. Listen.
Oh,
it's over,
man.
kid. It's over now. Master, I shall. OC the boss is going down. Oh, you might as well just call him OC the loss. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yo. Anyway, bro,
man.
if anybody could fight like that dude, brother, I gotta tell you, man, that dude is just special. He's something else. And I heard you say something about him and Tank. That would be like one of the biggest mega fights of all time. And Ryan.
Actually, there was a guy, Mr. Vega, who just popped in. He said, if Bud could go up and fight Canelo, then why can't anyway go up and fight Tank?
Why can't he? Right? Because now let's
is it two divisions? Yeah, no, it's more than two.
No,
3.
Well, yeah, okay.
35.
Yeah, because he's not at 26 yet.
Yeah,
it'd be 30, 35, 26, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So, okay. Granted. But let's put all the factors into play here. Okay. How tall is Mr. Tank Davis?
Oh no, Vegas said they're the same dimensions. Literally
5'5".
Yeah.
Anyway, 5'5". Now,
Yep.
if you want a measuring stick, just a measuring stick, we saw TJ Doheny fight Naoya Inoue. We saw TJ Doheny fight Nick Ball. We saw the size difference between the two. We also saw Stephen Kubo Fulton, which fell to Naoya Inoue at 122. And we saw that when they got in the ring, Stephen Kubo Fulton did not look like the bigger man in that ring. Now, when we saw Stephen Kubo Fulton against O'Shaquie Foster at 130, how big did Stephen Kubo Fulton look against O'Shaquie Foster?
Foster. Oh, they haven't fought yet.
Yeah, but when they were standing
They did the
side to side,
weigh-in? Oh,
no, they
man.
were just a press conference.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
showed
yeah.
O'Shaquie and then Steven. He had the big beard. They weren't close to the fight at that time, but I saw the size disparity between the two, and I said, but wait a minute, Naoya Inoue looked bigger than Stephen Kubo Fulton. He looked bigger and stronger than TJ Doheny, which is bigger than Nick Ball. Naoya Inoue actually is bigger than what we think. And the only thing disparity between Tank Davis and him, that Tank Davis did start at 130, so his jump is only one division if you think about it. When we're talking about Naoya Inoue, he started his career at 108, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's where he started, right? 108 is
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, so technically right now, he's in his fifth weight division. His fifth. He has titles in 4. He jumped over 1, the 112. So Naoya Inoue is already jumped up 5 weight divisions, which Tank Davis has only jumped up 2 divisions in his life. 2. 135,
Wasn't
140.
he 26? Didn't he start at 26?
Did he start at 126? Tank?
I thought Tank won a
I thought he
title
was a
at
130,
26.
just like Floyd.
No, I think he's
Did he start at
smaller.
126, really?
But he's a smaller dude.
Yeah, he is. Technically, he's a 130 pounder for me
Yeah.
anyway. He should have stood there and dominated. He would have been the
Well,
best fighter in the
yeah.
fucking world, I think. Tank. There was nobody there was going to stop him.
Yeah, he fought at 26, but that was really early in his career. So I'd say
Real,
like,
yeah.
yeah, he hovered around 26, but
All
yeah, he
right.
won his first title at 130. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Draws him.
Naoya Inoue is actually, he's in his 5th weight division. If you're going to be technical, and we were thinking about this, and Naoya Inoue was to go up to 135, you are actually talking 8 divisions.
Mm-hmm.
8 divisions, bro. Like
Manny Pacquiao.
I mean, but he'll never get credit for the 8 divisions, but that's where he'll end up. Because he didn't get belts in the ones that he jumped over. You don't get credit the ones you jumped over.
Yeah, because you didn't, win them.
Right. Terrence Crawford didn't become, a champion in all the divisions. He jumped over to fight Saul. So
Yeah,
neither
exactly.
is Naoya Inoue going to get credit for that. He'll be in his 8th, and they'll be pushing it. Now, would it be too much to ask Tank Davis to give a little? Could he get down to 130?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know the last time Tank's fought at 30, which is crazy.
How disciplined has he been? That's up to him. If Tank Davis wanted to be disciplined, he'd make that no problem. For his stature of a man, come on, man. 130 is no problem for a guy like that.
Nah, I agree. But like, does he want to do it?
For that much money?
2020 is the last
for that
time
much
he
money?
did it.
Okay, how many seats do you think that Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez did? Right?
Oh, he did like 70K or something like that.
70K? 70?
Yeah.
Okay. Naoya Inoue did 54,000 with Louis Neri. With Louis Neri, brother. Who the hell is Louis? Like a lot of people, a lot of good hardcore guys know who he is because he's a great fighter. Louis Neri's he's a dog, right?
Yeah.
But he's just not that kind of world fighter. He's not that kind of star, right? And what I'm trying to say is that Naoya Inoue did 54,000 with that guy. What do you think he'll do with Tank Davis? He did 54,000 with him.
Oh yeah, he'll do a whole lot more for sure. But I think it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, the price tickets is not gonna be the same. Like I don't know what the Japanese dollar is to the US dollar. Like I don't know how far disparity it is.
Okay, I do know what celebrities and actors and movie stars pay for. So I
Mm.
do know that a one seat in that front row is going to cost you anywhere between $12,000 and $25,000 for one seat. Anywhere between there, right? Yo, round one, I yeah,
That's nasty, yo.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey, hey,
OC.
you know they trolling me. But listen, yeah, that's what's up, guys. But you're gonna know that you're gonna listen. First of all, where do you have that fight if you have Naoya Inoue and Tank Davis? Where do you have that
I
fight? Tank Davis ain't
I
going to Japan.
probably I probably put it in where Allegiant, where Crawford and Canelo fought.
Really?
Yeah. I think for sure if you can do that and somehow make it feasible, the people will travel from Japan. And bro, I always felt like Tank Davis has been a stadium fighter. Like I feel like people come out for him.
Mm,
Just they haven't put him
mm,
in stadiums for whatever reason.
right, right. You know, I can't disagree. I can't get disagree, and I think that Naoya Inoue is a lot more popular in America than a lot of these YouTube channels want led to believe. And I get a big um support from a lot of American fans, and they talk about him because they recognize his skill. They don't know Naoya Inoue because he shit talks. They don't know
Mm,
Naoya Inoue because he's in a guy's face going like this or driving a ill car, or you don't know him because of that. The reason why you know him is because when you first see him, you're like, oh shit. You're like, wait a minute. And then you start to question what he did. You're like, who the fuck was he fighting? And then you realize you start looking up those fighters and they were somebody. They were somebody.
mm.
You know, they're just not big household names. They're on
Yeah.
that side of the world, you know? But Nonito Donaire was uh he's a he's a monster. And
Oh
to
yeah.
lose
Hall
to
of
Naoya
Famer.
Inoue, yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, he's washed up. He's old. He fought him old." And I'm like, "What?" That man went on to become a world champion after the loss and defend the belt after the loss and fight Naoya Inoue in a second time. Like,
Word.
what are you talking about? This dude's a world champion. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
What up,
Yeah.
Trees?
What up,
Yow.
Trees?
Lito Trees. What's going
Oh
on, man?
shit, Trees. What's up?
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man. I'm hearing motherfuckers talking about this guy anyway and shit like this, and I'm hearing this guy round one talking about channeling his inner way, and he put the headband on, even though he know he fighting the Midwest Mafia member. I just had to call in and couldn't let him disparage. I say, hold on, round one. What do you think this is? You know my dog go see the boss ain't going out like no sucker. Hold up.
Uh,
Come on, gang. What
hey,
you doing?
Hey, he ain't going out like no sucker, but I'm not here to promote that, brother. I'm here to promote me like
I
no
feel
other. You know what I'm saying? That's how we getting down, baby.
okay, 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 my boy rhyming. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. See, you dibbling dabbling. See you. See, Ron. When I really hope that you working as hard as you say you are, because you putting out videos and you talking about you gonna stop my guy. I don't know. See, you talking about that loss that we had in the last fight. See, one thing that I know is here in the Midwest, man, we don't like to do too much losing, man. I like to
Mm.
think that my guy coming back bigger, better, stronger, tougher. You feel me? A little bit more rugged. You feel me? Y'all know you rusty, dusty, old little guy, man. You old, man. You old, gang. And you know if you old, you might fold like that. You feel me? Crinkled up dollar bill. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, round one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
But
you
you
know
know,
something about crinkle up dollars, bro, right? If you put them in the washing machine, you take them out, you take an iron, and you iron them out, they turn into new money. All right? And I'm going to tell you something right now about your boy. You might not like taking losses, but he done picked me. And remember this. Just remember this. He has 15 fights. He's coming off his last loss in August, right? He's an active fighter, right? I'm coming off 30 years of inactivity. And by your words, not mine, you consider me old. But I'm going to show you, like I'm going to show OC the boss, right? That he thought he can cherry pick me. Remember, I'm the
Gone
underdog.
wrong.
I'm the underdog. And when cherry pick's gone wrong, this is what. And let me tell you something right now, right? OC the boss, you know what I'm saying? It seems like he got a lot of, a lot of fan supports, and I love the energy, but I'm here to promote the fight. I'm gonna talk my shit because I want people to come out and see our fight. You know what I mean? Y'all can check us out in Atlanta, Georgia, November 8th. You can get all your information. Go to the TBV Boxing Board Awards website. Nessa will have it, all the information. And get your tickets because the tickets is going out fast. Because a word on the street, Round One Sports Talk is in the building. He already bought his plane ticket. The travel agency, I'm gonna call me. They like, we got your plane ready, hot and ready, like a Little C's pizza on the runway, ready to go. You know what I mean? Woo! Hey, listen, you better tell your boy to be ready.
Hey, man. Hey, Round One, all I know is, like you said, new money, you wrinkled up, and you said it can be ironed out. Only thing getting you right, you might get ironed out because you're going to get starched by my boy, OC the boss. And I cannot wait to see it. Let's do it. You feel me? But, hey, man, November 8th, Hugo Boxing, what is it, Lugo Boxing Gym? Marietta, Georgia?
Yes,
yeah.
That's the one.
It's on the flow, man. Like you said, you just bought your ticket. I bought my tickets. You know I'm on the mic talking my shit. Because you're not the only motherfucker in trouble. That guy, what's his name? Tip Brainless or Tip yeah, he's in trouble. My dog Mike KLB on his ass.
Oh, that's your dog?
That's my come on, man. Midwest Mafia shit, man. You guys is in trouble, man.
I would go with Tip Bailiff, but he went against me on the OC the Balls fight. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't rock with Tip right
you
now.
Might want to unite with your man, because like I say, the Midwest Mafia coming through to rip shit apart, man. This shit is getting serious, man. You might want to unite.
Hey, yo, Tip Bailiff, what's up? You better show up. I hope you training, Tip, in the gym. Here we go.
There we go. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we got the Border Wars. Yep, it's going down. Atlanta, November 8th. Two-Tone, the superstar, and Nesta Gibbs. They'll be on the mic as Toledo Treese also, too.
Of
he
course,
in the chat
man.
here. He up here on the panel. He going to be there. Going to be on the mic. And, yeah, man, $35 for admission to go watch hella fights. Because, there's a lot of fights lined up.
Hella fights.
A
lot of fights. We got action, man. I can't wait. I'm excited, man. Speaking of action, I hope you guys is tuned in right now, man. We got the prelims of that George Litter, you feel me, and Karen Conway card, you feel me?
Oh, it started?
Right. Yeah, we got some prelims on right now.
Okay.
It's going to the second round of the little 6-rounder they got, you feel me? We got action, though, man.
I know I've been a little bit out of boxing, guys, and you guys probably already all went over this shit. I apologize for this, but the last fight I got to see was, and I didn't even get to do a take on it at all. I didn't even talk about it, was Boots Ennis versus Lima, right? And I just wanted to know what you guys think about that, and did you think it was fair competition going into it? And did you see him starching him like that in the first round? And yeah, that's my first question to both of y'all. Like, y'all saw that happening like that or what?
I was expecting stoppage.
Yeah,
we wasn't expecting first round stoppage.
Okay.
Yeah.
For first, I would say first punch stop. Shit, basically first couple punches he hit him with, shit, he was ready to go. So it's like,
Yo, and then he exchanged with homeboy. He took his best shot and gave him what came under his shot. And gave him all kinds of trouble, And then what's up with I just guys would like you to fill me in on the blinks on this one. What's up with Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora? That fight's off?
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay, now I have no knowledge of this. I'm gonna take one shot at it right here. This is coming off Keith Thurman's side because from what I'm seeing, Sebastian Fundora is an active champion.
No. This is Fundora's side. It was a hand injury from Fundora, a quote unquote.
Really?
quote unquote hand injury
Yep.
from Fundora that set him
So
up.
now it's from see, I took a shot and I was wrong. Okay, so good. Yeah, motherfucker. So
See,
it's the
you see, see,
it's
look,
the
Ron. One thing in this, see, he thought it was the old man. Who, see, he thought he had an excuse, Ryan.
no
He
no no
said,
no
"Fuck it,
no
if
no
Keith
no no
Thurman
no
can
no.
do it, he too old. I can pull out." No, Round one,
Yeah.
you're trash.
Hold on.
Round
I'm
one.
honest here. You can't come at me like that for being
I'm
honest.
talking.
I
I'm
said I
talking.
know
I'm
nothing
talking
about
shit.
this.
I'm
I'm gonna take
fucking
a
with.
shot at the dark.
I'm
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
with. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, I got to pass on that one because I was guessing and I was honest about the guess. You know,
Okay.
so it was just I was gonna make an educated guess, and my educated guess panned out to be wrong because of injury. But it was because remember Keith Thurman pulled out with the Tim Tszyu fight,
Yeah,
and
he
then
did.
prior to
Yep.
that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then his length of history of not fighting. What has he got? Like fucking 500 years of inactivity? Like what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
dude, like you have a huge. Yeah, it's like 5-6 years. It's huge. So he doesn't fight enough. So I thought maybe he thought Sebastian Fundora might have been too much for him. You know, I don't know.
This is a Fundora thing, but I ain't gonna.
What about the whole card?
It all got switched around. They all hit it with the whole kibosh.
So that's what's going on. All right,
Yeah.
because I gotta get filled in with boxing a little bit. I've been away from it, trying to like stay off the channels. Just
But what? So I gotta ask you then, Round one, because
Uh-huh.
what you think about Keith Thurman since he's not fighting Fundora, since you know that fight off now? What you think about Keith Thurman running around in these streets talking about he want to fight Boots? Would you be interested in that?
he need to leave Boots alone. Leave that man alone. I think Keith Thurman has haven't fought a guy of Boots caliber in so long. I think Boots will surprise him with his speeds and his angles. One time Keith Thurman, what surprised him against Manny Pacquiao was what? Speed and angles. It's what dropped him in the fight. It was been his weakness. It's what he was exposed to. One time Keith Thurman was exposed on that night and he thought he could walk away from the sport long enough that people would forget about that loss. But we know. And it doesn't look like Jaron Boots Ennis is missing a beat. Now, the reason why I asked you about Lemos is because did you guys consider him to be, one of those kind of fighters that were like, those surprises? Like you go down in Mexico, you grab one of those fighters thinking you're getting a cab driver, you pick out a killer. This guy just is relentless or something, And you could always not know something about a fighter, and he could have been that guy. Was it the fact that Boots is that good? Or Limas was not that good like that? Like, you know what I mean? So, could he catch a fighter like Keith Thurman like that? I'm not sure. Would he be breaking him down? Yes, but I don't see Keith Thurman beating. I think that fight for Keith Thurman, even though he doesn't want it, it's still the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Even though he doesn't want it, makes sense. With their kind of activity, their age, everything, it would, but I don't think Errol wants it. He's just being a man, and I can't blame him for being a man on his word. At one point in time, you guys got to understand, Errol Spence Jr. was a young fighter, no belt, on the outside, asking a champion, give me a shot, I want an opportunity. And here comes the champion walking by with his suit, and he little sons him, little guys him, go, huh? You're not on my level, bro, Errol Spence Jr. Why don't you go over there, right? I'm doing champion shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? He did him dirty. Like that little kid in the hallway like that. And Errol was like, bro, you saw me like that. He said, one day, I promise you, when the shoe's on the other foot, I will not give you any. I can't hate him for being a man and standing on his word. Errol's like, I told you, I will not fight you. And bro, no amount of money in the world is been able to change his mind on that. And it's not because he's ducking him. It's because he's staying true to his word. So I can't be, mad at him for that. But it's still the best fight for Keith Thurman, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
He better
Or
leave. He
else
better
bench
leave
fight.
Xander Zayas alone. Sebastian, shit like that.
Xander.
You,
Sounds like Xander's looking to fight a boss.
you
Yeah.
want to know, guys? Know what's crazy for me? My thinking that actually I think that Keith Thurman would fare better against Merdechek there, the one that knocked out Tim Zoo.
Oh,
Bakram? Mm,
Bakram.
you
you
think
were.
so?
Whoa.
Yes, yes, yes. Listen, Bakram's is not as good as people think, man.
No,
He's really
I've said
not.
that on my channel, to
He's
be
really
honest.
not that like he what really catapulted him was that freaking knockout over Tim Zoo, right?
Yeah.
Then we saw what a healthy Sebastian Findora, Tim Zoo, he's just damaged goods now, right? And
Oh shit, Tim Zoo was hurting Fundora in that fight though. He was
he
too.
He
Shit.
was. He
he
was.
he was, and guys want to know something? That's what sold me on it. I said to myself, "Hey, pay attention, guys. That's a desperate man right there with a cut on his forehead with blood glishing down, thinking they're gonna stop the fight. That's the best version of Tim Zoo punching and desperateness you're ever gonna get." And he couldn't knock out Sebastian Fundora. All he did was wobble him and break his nose. And that was the most desperate, dangerous part of Tim Zoo. So you mean to tell me when you just get a conservative boxer, a guy that was just looking for the punch, yo, Sebastian Fedora picked him apart. Destroyed. I knew it. I called it. I was like, yo, he's going to beat the shit out of him. But, hey, I thought Tim Zoo would have did better. Yes. The way he did him dirty like that made him like quit. Like, yo, I didn't. Tim Zoo's a tough dude, bro. He's come from that long line of tough men. The guys, kind of guys that are not gonna quit. You see how many times this guy had to put him down.
Yeah.
You know, he's a tough guy, and for him to be like, no, I can't take this ass whooping no more. That said a lot. That said a lot. And then I was like, oh shit. So, you know, and to be honest with you, man, Keith Thurman beating up fucking Jarvis. What does that tell you? That, oh shit, he's ready for the world title, guys, after like so many years after beating
But
Jarvis.
bingo, that's my point with Boots. Fuck bingo.
But
So
Boots is
this
active.
win, but this win against Lima tells me that Boots is ready for all the world level guys now because he beat a motherfucker who you never heard of until Boots just kicked his ass in the first round. So all of a sudden, to me, Lima is Jarvis. That's what I'm saying because it's like it's the same shit, gang. We doing the same shit. The same shit.
Yeah, it's the same shit, gang. But the only thing is that you can honestly say with Boots' inactivities being a major thing, he's still more active than Keith Thurman. Way more.
So the
Yeah,
question
exactly.
is round one going to be Keith Thurman or Boots on November 8th in Atlanta, Georgia?
Bingo, what's up, baby?
What's going on? A lot of chatter about 1-1 lately. I've had my concerns ever since the fight was made. I always wanted OC versus CYP. Why?
Mm.
Because OC's going to be there. CYP has been yelling that he wants a real fight. You know, he had one when Marvin set up. You know, I got to give him his kudos. His team told him, hey, you got to build towards this. So, he wanted to make the OC fight before. It seemed when CYP wasn't around, OC slithered his way into motivating round one to get into a fight, getting this man off a 30-year layoff. Now you see he's rejuvenated. He's anxious. He's excited. He's talking about stopping OC. And, now we don't have the CYP fight at all. And round one's gone ghost. He's left us in the dust, man. He doesn't give us the runs with the Coyotes in Massachusetts anymore. He's not giving us the bag work outside like he's Rocky, hitting on the ropes. We don't hear him talking about stopping OC. We just have to hear a soundbite about it. What's going on? What has happened? Where is round one?
Round one, locked into the dungeon. He canceled out all the noise. The best advice someone could have told me: get off social media and lock in. He said, "What do you got to go out there and answer a bunch of chat and get all this stuff in your brain when every day it's a mental battle to get out of bed and do things that you haven't did in 30, 40 years, bro. Get up and go jogging. For real, jog. Get up and go run a treadmill. Then do work steps and then do bad work. Then get on a bike and ride 5 miles to the gym. Then after working out all day, get on that same bike and ride 5 miles back. Oh, and by the way, then 5 miles turned into 15 because after a week 2, I no longer take the path. I take the highway path because it's longer. So by getting on, like I was exhausted. Oh yeah, and by the way, I got a family and I got a yard. I got an acre of land that needs to be mowed, taken care of, lawn. So all that shit I was juggling, the one thing I needed to take out was all the noise. All the where's the sparring footage? Where's this? And talk shit about this guy and OC the boss this, and then all of a sudden CYP coming out of left field. And then I got people like, what? I don't need all this added baggage, mental. Man, I can put all that shit down and just go train. And I'll see you guys at the last month of the fight. Here
Nah.
I am. Right
Carry
here.
it like a backpack. I hope OC is on your back
Yo.
every time you win.
All that is true that you said for sure. Like I hear you because I gotta go through it too. You know, they want all this, all that, and what's really annoying is certain people don't do nothing. But did you
Nothing.
know what? Do you know what you left us with? You left us with two guys bickering about not fighting each other. That's what you left us with. We need
Yep.
more participation with people, man. Hey, I'm not saying dedicate your whole week,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
can we get a call in once a week, man? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm asking. A
Yeah.
little bit of help here.
Right. No. And I'm sitting in the background laughing because that's exactly what I left him with.
That's crazy.
Yo, I'll get on, I'll listen, I'll sit back, take it in, or get the replay of the show or whatever, and I'll hear and I'll listen. But at the same time, man, I just yo Vega, man, you gotta be honest, bro, man. This shit is not for everybody, bro. A speed bag. I've watched a speed bag take guys out of a gym because their inability to be looking
Speed
outward
bag.
or funny. Yeah, they're like, people are
Oh
looking at me
man,
and I can't, and I'll never see that guy again.
that's
Never,
crazy.
never. Okay, sometimes people come in and you can play basketball. I can walk upstairs into the YMCA, pick up a ball, get on a team, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, and just throw a ball. And I can sit there and act like I want to be a basketball player, but you cannot play boxing.
Word.
You can't. It requires too much of you. It really does. This shit is fucking hard, bro. And I'm like, my like fears and worries. Am I gonna gas out? Am I gonna do this? Believe in your training. You're making this progress. You're doing this. You're doing that. Fuck coming on talking about a dude that's gonna judge me about, oh, round 1, you ain't doing this right. You talking to me from your fucking couch? And you gonna tell me what I'm doing wrong? Like, man, listen, I'm being about it, Vega. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Vega, because you a fighter. Stop it. Like, these dudes, bro, sometimes, man, they be pissing me off with their questions and shit because this shit is tough, bro. And then I'm like reliving this shit again for the first time, like fucking around with your feelings is like, it's like a row of emotions and shit. And you're just like, hold up, I've been here before.
Yeah.
I've been here before in my life. What did I do last time? All right, let's do this shit different then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just about that. But it's a warrior's process. That's all I can say.
No,
know
for
what I mean?
sure. There's definitely some days where it's like, yo, I'm not in the mood to hear what anybody has to say.
Yeah.
Oh, internet broke
But
up.
my bad. I might snap on a mother. Yeah, no, I got
Yeah.
a alert. Might snap on a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But
Right.
hey, they say border wars is supposed to be different, and at the end of the day, we gonna make the event, and the best way we to do it is just bringing in the hype, man. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm coming to put my 2 fists all over Anthony Forbes.
Yeah.
I hope they got the
Yeah.
towels. I hope they got the
Eh,
towels. I hope
They
the
got it ready.
ambulance is ready. Yeah,
You
man.
know what I'm
Because I don't
saying?
know. Because
Um,
because the beating depends on how much he can take. Because it's
yeah,
going. I'm giving a. I'm giving the beating, but how
yeah.
much can he take? Is he going to take a knee? Is he going to look at the corner? Is the corner going to throw the towel? Or are they just going to let the beating happen? I don't know, man.
Oh
But November 8th,
shit.
we're going to find out.
Vega went 5th grade, old school, backyard joke on him. He said they're gonna be 3 hits in the fight. Me, you hitting you, you hitting the floor, and the ambulance hitting 90. 3 hits in the fight. Yo, Vega, Vega, Vega. Can't wait to meet you, brother. To all the fighters that are there in Border War, first of all, before best word of advice meeting me, honestly, gentlemen. Besides all this meeting my ultra ego, round one sports talk, that's just me. There's a crazy boxing enthusiast fan that likes to report. That's this part of me. Get to know me when you meet me. All right. Forget about the round one shit. When I meet you, I would like to shake your hand and be like, what's up, Vega? You know what I'm saying? I want to meet Vega. You know what I'm saying? I want to meet the dude call in that we argue about Craig's fan and shit. Like, I know how to separate the two. You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean? Meet me as a man first. You know what I mean? All fuck all the bullshit, the shit talking, all that shit. Likewise for you too, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm never like that. I'm not like, yo, remember what you said on the show? Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it ain't that personal, man. That
Nah,
Exactly. It really
nah.
ain't that. It ain't that serious at all.
No, we could argue and joke our favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? You got this crazy fan up here coming in for the Midwest. You know he got to act crazy every day because his boy is constantly taking losses. I'm sorry that he's on the wrong side of the fence. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Mid Mafia. You know what I mean? He might want to team up somewhere else and then go back after the OC fight. I don't know, but your boy's taking a loss.
It's gonna
gotta
be all I can
represent.
tell you. It's a good month for the Mafia, man. I got Mike B beating up on Tip Bayless.
Mhm.
I got Quan beating down Marvin. You feel me? And then I'm gonna have
Ooh.
my
Okay.
guy OC the boss, you feel me, beating on round one. So it's like guys they getting
See, you
beat
were
up, they
going
getting
right
beat
until you
down.
went wrong. You know what I
Serious, man. You got them doing it all, man. The
Hey,
Midwest Mafia.
I'll tell you this, man. You see how much energy Toledo got on the phone? That he is quiet as a mouse in person. So,
mean? Yeah. No,
Yo,
hey, that's how they be. That's you know what I'm saying.
here we
But it's
go.
them quiet guys you got to watch out for. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what
He
I
upset
mean?
because see my intent. He felt the energy in the perk because I'm watching the fights. I'm locked in. It's hard, man. I see it's hard, man. It's hard. That's why I give credit to you guys like Ryan. You feel me, Johnny Ness, round one. You guys, y'all can talk this boxing shit. I'm locked in, man. I can't do it. I can't this commentary shit. Ah, I'll be watching. I'm just watching. I'm locked in. Vega, I'm gonna be watching you. You
Yeah,
understand
Vega
me?
fighting too. Yeah.
Be watching you. See,
Ve-
motherfucker about to see, man. Y'all might make me motherfucker have to do something. I might have to
Yeah.
convert off these third shifts so I can get on some regular hours. And a
eh,
motherfucking man, I might shit, man. Round
hey,
one, man. Woo shit,
hey,
man.
hey.
Talking
Listen,
about that
listen. It's
border
it's
wars.
it's tough. It's
Hey
tough.
man.
It's tough taking putting on this people think it's just you just turn on the microphone and you know what I mean? Nah, bro. To host a show or to keep a show going, entertaining, having things to talk about, sometimes every day, it can become mind, wrecking and shit. But thank God that we there's a lot of people like us, that are crazy boxing fans that don't, we like to come up and talk boxing and shit, and we make the show with you guys and shit, and there, and uh, but it's tough, man. I get you, man. It's hard to get up here and get all this boxing and stay up to date with everything, but Trish, I mean, you definitely know your boxing, bro. You're up on your game. You're always watching region cards and stuff like that. You're always watching the lower cards. You know, like these guys' names that I like. Sometimes I'm sitting there like, who the hell is that guy? And but um, your point of view is always it's always great because in boxing there's always other people that are on your side of the world that see boxing like you do too. So it's important to have guys like you, like Vega also when he calls in and shit, and absolutely, the host of the show, Ryan. We just
Yeah.
Ryan from Canada, bro. I learned so much about Canada boxing. Let me tell you, since I've been with my man Ryan, like because I looked up his brother and his dad. And then you know what I'm saying. I had to check him out, so I had to go, look, and stuff. So yeah, man, just boxing in as a whole, bro. I don't think I'm ever gonna learn every fighter or know every division like that. Maybe one day, but boxing changes. It changes a lot,
Hmm.
and it takes a lot from you, a lot of your attention. I get it, Triz. I get it, man. This shit be tough, right, Ryan? You got to
Lot
stay
of
on.
time, bro. Yeah.
You got to stay up to date, man. You miss 1 or 2 days, and you're the next thing you know, I'm up here going. So I can't wait for the Keith Thurman fight and Sebastian Fedora. And you're like, motherfucker, that got canceled. Like,
Yeah.
you got to stay on your. You gotta stay in the loop all the time. You know what I mean?
Good
And
job.
it's
No, for
tough.
real.
Yeah.
It is, but hey, I
Oh,
enjoy it, man. Shout out to Trees, man. Midwest Mafia.
of course. Gonna be in the building, man. Like I say, man, this is serious, man. This is serious, man. This is very serious. We we got it's a lot of action going on November 8th, man. It's a lot of November in general, man. It's quite I'm like way ready for October.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll by. We get to November, we got quite a bit of violence, you feel me? Every which way we look. Like I say, I got Midwest Mafia action everywhere I look. You feel me? I got Tiger Johnson. You feel me? I got
Hmm.
my dogs on Border Wars. I got Albert Bell on the Tank Undercard. You feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna be going crazy this month. So in November, if y'all hear me blowing the gasket on these lines and talking a whole lot of shit and doing a whole lot of promoting and representing for my dogs, you feel me? Like OC the boss. You feel me? Who gonna be beating on this guy right here on the bottom of my screen? But that's neither here nor there. You feel me? Just know we gonna be around. And I'm just in all sincerity though, around when I look forward to seeing you, gang. I hope you getting right, hope you getting tight. You feel me? And you uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you staying loose, bro. You staying loose.
Yeah, man. Ryan, this is gonna be serious, man. This is gonna be very serious, man.
I
Very
Don't
serious.
Yeah.
worry.
But
I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Don't worry.
It's
I
on the
believe
8th. Yeah, I think Shawa, I think Senior said he might go to the event. Norman Senior.
Where?
They in
Where?
Atlanta. In Atlanta.
I
I
know
I
you gonna
hope
be
he
watching.
does. Oh,
You gonna
come
be
out to my
scout.
fight.
You gotta represent for the older
Oh
fella.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you told him, right? You gonna stop
Yes.
us. You gotta
I'm gonna
show up
stop him.
now.
Oh
Senior gonna
hell
be
yeah.
there.
That's you trying to that's you trying to push for that scrap round one. That's the next one.
Ooh, no. That's my man. He cool. He cool as shit. Nah,
I'm
don't do
about to
that.
shit. I'm about to
Nah, you trying to turn my people against me. They're there to support me. Stop it.
Oh man.
No, but speaking of fathers in boxing, before I jump off of here real quick, I just gotta ask because speaking of fathers in boxing, round one, I know your man Danny Garcia, gang. It's this last,
Mm.
it's the last UWAP. I don't know if you know, but this is his farewell fight in Barclays Center this weekend, gang. Him and his father. You feel me? They was going crazy. I just seen a post and they was talking about some of the best father son duos in boxing, Ryan and round one. I'm just curious, man. What y'all got on that type of shit? Because this Danny Garcia had me thinking about that in all sincerity. And it's a lot of these guys, man. It's a lot of these guys. It's a lot of these
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I've always been a fan of it. I think it works in boxing more than it'll work in any other sport because like it's war, bro. You're going in with war and you need the people behind you who gonna look for your best interest at all times. And nobody gonna look for your best interest more than your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like your dad, he gonna make sure you good, whether he got to throw in that towel like Kenny Porter or even the Gabe Rosado fight, bro. The man dad didn't want to stop the Triple G fight, but they ended up stopping it eventually. It's just a different vibe. So I'm a fan of it, man. Even look at right now, Abdullah Mason and his dad, what he's done with his sons. You got a bunch of kids that's boxing. Like Mason's the best, but you know what I'm saying? He got a whole stable. And then you look at all the past. We got Bill Haney now. We got Senior now. Norman Senior. They about to head off with each other. Boxing dads are needed, bro.
Mhm, mhm. You also got like the Vega clan, the Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Their father was a world champion. You got El General. You know
Oh, Vargas.
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vargas. Yeah, the Vargas. Sorry, did I say Vegas?
Yeah.
Vargas. Vargas clan. And you know, as far as a father son dynamic in boxing, there have been very good ones. There have been toxic ones. There have ones
Hmm.
in relationships that haven't worked and relationships that has worked. As far as Danny Garcia, I'm a little concerned. I'm worried for the young man because when he retired the first time and came back, right? Uh, he went into a division thinking that he can go there and just pick a fight with a guy and win a world champion because Lara was gonna be old or whatever, and he got destroyed. In fact, the last image I have of him is crying inside of a boxing ring.
Yeah.
Okay, which put his boxing legacy, I guess, in jeopardy in his own head as a fighter. Maybe it's just him. Do the fighters get in a situation where like I want to come back and I want one more, but you lose, and you become that fighter that's chasing that win, and in doing so, you end up getting 4 straight losses, 3 straight losses, trying to get that one win back,
Hmm.
and then with fighters and him saying, "Oh, this is my first world tour," I've heard that a million times with a million fighters. How many times have I heard Floyd Mayweather say he's retired? How many times Bernal Hopkins retired? How many Ali retired? Yeah, this is a common thing in the sport. So by announcing your retirement and making a farewell, you're doing that as a gimmick and trying to get more revenue. And this will be the last time you put eyes on me in the ring. But money talks. And if somebody has enough money to call you out of retirement, guess what?
Hmm.
I guess you're not retired no more. So, hey, it is what it is. So, him putting this kind of pressure on himself, um, the last time he did this, how did we see him? Crying in a ring. For your whole entire legacy, you got to put a montage together. At the end of the montage, did you happen to put in the time that you quit in a fight? Did you happen to put the time, right? Because that was your last fight.
Yeah.
So, look, he's a boxing promoter now, got a little boxing hat on. He's putting together a couple events, Miguel Cotto and them. He's rubbing elbows here and there, trying to get in. He's becoming more of a businessman, but he doesn't want that to be the last image of him as a boxer. Him crying in a ring. I get it. And that was my whole thing was, does he, or, are we seeing this kind of fighter be put in this category where they trying to chase this W? And does it backfire on them? Fighters like Tony Ferguson in the UFC and shit like that. I know you guys, this is UFC boxing, hey, but I couldn't imagine thinking of a man that took a greater fall from grace. My God, he was at the cusp of fighting for the world title. He had the interim and everything on the door, and on the day of the weigh-in of the fight, he
Hmm.
already got the fight for the championship fight. He's walking on stage. He's got black glasses on. They did the interview. They got in each other's face. He turned around, walked away, and tripped over a cord and ripped his knee.
Oh shit.
From there, he got stopped 7 straight times, never getting another win. He was on the pinnacle of being like this great, and it was just, you know, the fall from graces is like, remarkable. I mean, I've seen this a lot of times where fighters just get to that doorstep and they never, you know. So look, it is what it is. A lot of these situations are interesting in boxing, but I hope that that's not the last impression or the last image I see of Danny. And could this be a good thing or a bad thing? He ends up getting the win. What does it does for him? Oh, guess what? I'm back. I want another fight. What does this do for these crazy fighters?
Hey, I kind of cause in the way I've been hearing it is saying like it's a farewell to Brooklyn, but then it's like, well, if it's a farewell to Brooklyn, that's where you fought. That's like you fought in the Barclays, but we know you fought in Philly too. So it's like, damn, are you gonna do a farewell to Philly?
Yeah,
Are you
but you
gonna have the
from
last
Philly.
fight? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, baby.
Yep.
Baby, you
Yep.
do the last. You feel? I don't know. That's just, it's just something to think about. But we gotta see how he look, man. I seen Johnny the Hangout Spot had done an interview with the guy you fighting and shit. He sound like he coming in the swang and bang. It sound like this ain't gonna be the Denny Garcia show. You feel me? So, hey man, I like it. I like it if he come in the fight. You feel me?
Yeah,
Make it
that's
interesting.
what
I
he
like.
got to do. But yeah, I hope this is his last fight, man. I think I looked at this event like it was a showcase event for the younger guys. There's a lot of young talent on this, you know, this card, man. Like Keith Cologne's on it. Um, Zahir's on it. Dominic Crowder's on it. Just a lot of dudes who are like on the cusp of becoming big names if they get a couple good fights, couple good wins. So I thought that's what this was, a showcase event for the young guys. I know
Yo,
Richard
whatever happened
Comey was
with
supposed to
Biha?
be on it.
Yeah, Biha. Whatever happened with Biha?
Oh, Chris Colbert's on it too. Yeah, he's on it. Chris Colbert.
Okay, well that's cool. Okay, well I can see that, like kind of like how Jake Paul do it. Ain't this like when he be fighting them Andre August types and the white
Hmm.
guy, these other weirdo types. I get it. You feel me? Just something to put together. I use my name, but give my fighters some shine. I dig it. But hey man, I like to see. I like to see what I like. I don't know, man. Like I say, that guy coming, he sound like he's trying to fight it. Oh, I don't know if it's just gonna be the Danny Garcia show. So and speaking of, like I say, young guys coming to fight and all this, I hear you. But I don't know, y'all already in the women's boxing, but I gotta just say it out here. I gotta say it again. I don't like what they doing to Sharetta Metcalf. How they got her fighting this young Crystal Rosado. I think that's nonsense. You feel me? It's a whole lot of nonsense. Whole lot of nonsense.
You don't think they trying to do out with the old, in with the new type shit
I
and
mean,
use her star
That's
status
exactly
to
what they
catapult
doing.
her?
that's exactly what
Come
Yeah.
on, man. You know that's what they doing,
That's
bro. Come
exactly what they
Yep.
on.
doing. It don't make it right. It don't make it right.
I know. I
It don't
know.
make, you
Part of
know.
the game, unfortunately.
Yes.
But hey, man, on this note, though, I just want to say, round one, I heard you talking about Danny Garcia. You feel me? Working hard, and you feel me? The last image that we have of him crying in the ring and things of this nature. I just want to say, man, don't get to the precipice, round one, and fall on your face. I
Oh,
expect this.
definitely.
I
No,
expect
no, no, no.
great
But
things
what,
in
what,
there
what
again.
Danny eats, what Danny eats doesn't make me shit. And what I eat don't make what Danny shit. So my loss doesn't affect Danny, and Danny's win won't affect me. You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rican,
Opinions are like
Puerto Rican.
assholes.
Round one, you Puerto
Everybody have, no, 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 no. I want my Puerto Rican brother to succeed.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Are you Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. No, I was just asking because I know this guy, you feel me, who run this other channel called TBV and shit. And he said that y'all got this thing called the Puerto Rican knee. You feel me? And I'm just, you feel me? And I don't know. You feel me? So I'm just,
Oh
that's a
man,
myth. That's a myth.
that's a
all right.
myth.
That's a
Oh,
myth
it's a
in
myth. Oh,
boxing,
all right.
right? Yeah. That came from a hater, right? That tried to say something like a Puerto Rican took a knee when I could sit here and blatantly tell you a bunch of Mexicans that took knees. And starting with Ryan Garcia. The Ryan Garcia knee. Hold that down. Tank Davis. What knee? Look up to him. Huh? That's no greater knee than that one, huh? Huh? At the world stage. How many people saw that knee? Huh? So but that's just a myth. They try to take shots.
checking for a friend. I ain't know, man. You know, I don't know shit, man.
Yeah. No, they try to take shot at my
But you know,
boricuas. You know what I'm
I was just
saying?
asking, man. I was just asking. Like
Yeah,
I
I
say,
mean,
man.
but
Hey, man. I know we was talking about your fellow Puerto Rico. I just had to ask you. For me, I didn't know if that was, but you feel. But like I say, man. Shout out to you feel me? Boxing talk up north. My dogs up there in Canada. You feel me? My dogs up there in Canada. We fuck with y'all the long way, man. You understand me, eh? But
oh,
the
Yeah.
Midwest Mafia will be in full effect November 8th. Lugo Boxing Gym, Marietta, Georgia. Like I say, man. Round 1. Get ready.
yep.
Y'all be
Yeah,
cool, man.
Listen. I hope y'all still have love for your boy OC after I wash him down. You know what I'm saying? They don't take away his Midwest mobs. You know what I'm saying? Bad.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
that
Don't
shit.
take
You
his
know what
card
I'm
away.
saying? They take the
Yeah.
card away. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just show the man some love. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna show him
Salute.
absolutely none. So you know what I mean? So
Salute half
yeah.
boxing. Dropping the $2 super chat. Says support the show. Appreciate you.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah.
My
I
man
knew they were gonna
Bones.
say that.
He
They
said
said, right,
Ryan.
is it Mexican? I knew it.
He's
Yo,
not La
I was
Raza,
laughing.
yeah.
I was laughing because I knew it as soon as they do it. No, yo, that's
He's not La
crazy.
Raza, yo. He's not
Yo,
La
he's
Raza.
not La Raza now. Oh my God, these guys are crazy.
Oh man. At least round 1 stand behind his Puerto Rican fighters.
Hey,
Yep. He said not like who? Coke it. Throwing whole bum away. Talking about
Coqui.
Puerto Rican. Don't okay. I don't even know who that is. He
Coqui's
must be
a guy on the
Puerto Rican guy.
platform. Yeah, Puerto Rican guy. You know, some look. Um, sometimes our anger for some of our fighters and
Mm,
the way we express ourselves in a moment because we're mad at them, don't think we abandon them. You know,
yeah.
sometimes you can be critical, you could be hard on your own fighter. Doesn't mean
Word.
you necessarily turn your back completely on them. You know, Berlanga, you know, he talked a lot of shit, and when shit talking goes wrong, and you know, I'm in New York City, and I got the King of New York on my trunks, and you getting knocked out like that, you gonna get a little backlash from the Puerto Rican community. Some people came at him real harsh, you know, and I feel like, listen, let me tell you something. My Puerto Rican um um heritage shouldn't be measured by my wins and losses. I was Puerto Rican
Mhm.
when I was winning. I'm Puerto Rican when I was lost. You feel
Yeah,
me? You know,
that's
it doesn't
facts.
mean less. But as a fan, you know what he's getting and some little sand kicked in his face. That's gonna be coming. That's gonna be coming because you made yourself look like you know what I'm saying, bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh. So look, there's just so many things you can take away from that fight. He was a smaller guy, Hamza, coming up to a bigger weight division. He did you like that, blah blah blah. You know, it's just so much where he dropped the ball in. So just you know, people and the thing is like and then there's the people that never believed in people like Edgar Berlanga in the first place as a boxer. They don't feel like he never had the kind of wins and he was quickly pushed into the Saul fight. And
Yeah,
that was
he
his big,
was.
and he lost it. You know, his biggest
Mhm.
fight he lost. So Edgar Berlanga was still learning on the job. You know, if you wanted to be honest, and people were trying to like yell it from rooftops, "Yo, this Puerto Rican dude, he's good, but he's not where you guys are talking him up to be."
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they hyped him up so much, he was like, "Oh, Hamza coming up, I got you." And you
Yeah,
should
yeah.
have really looked at Hamza's like footage coming up. My man was dispatching of dudes. He was a hard hitting Flacco, skinny dude, and Hamza can crack, and Hamza beat the shit out of him, bro. He didn't do his
Mhm.
homework. He didn't do his homework at all with him. Like I feel like and so Edgar Berlanga was never that type of fighter in the beginning, and other Puerto Rican dudes were saying, like, check this out, right? One time I was on my show, and they was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, Edwin, you got Edgar Berlanga in the fight against I think it was Saul or something, some shit like that." And I was like, "Hell
Yeah.
no!" I was like, "Hell no!" So I was gonna wash this dude, right? They're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
Edwin, you ain't Puerto Rican." But I said, "No, dog." I said, "No, no." I'm 100% Puerto Rican. I'm just not stupid. I'm not a
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
Puerto Rican.
yeah.
Just because I'm Puerto Rican doesn't mean that I have to go.
Let's go
I
for
can
the
be a
Puerto
Puerto
Rican.
Rican with a
Yeah,
brain, can I? I could be a
yeah,
Puerto Rican that is realistic and can think his way through situations? You mean to tell me you're putting a decorated, unified, undisputed world champion against a kid that never fought for a world title, and you want me to take him
yeah.
because he's my same race? Get your heart and not with your intelligence. You see, you got your heart. You're like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. I can't go against the grain. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
you're allowing emotions to play into you're not making the right decisions because now you can't see nothing because now you're blind by pride.
Yep,
You're
yep.
prideful. It's not the fighter how good he is or his skill. You're just my people. Some people get like that. Me, I'm like, nope. No, I'm not taking him in the fight. Why? Because I calling it like I see it. I thought he was gonna get stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But some Puerto Rican dudes, yeah, they oh my God, bro, that's gonna be a great fight. But
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, but like I saw this announced, and
Inoue
yeah, man,
loses.
that's Tacoma anyway, right?
He loses.
Tacoma anyway,
Uh,
and Nasakawaka. Now, yeah, that dude's coming up, man.
nah, he's dangerous. This kid is dangerous. He just beat the Maloney twin, right?
Yes, yes,
Now look, look, he was a kickboxer before. His transition to boxing is
right.
really, really, really good. This
He's the
Japanese
one
kid.
that Floyd fought in the
Floyd
exhibition,
embarrassed.
right?
They made him cry in the ring. Yes.
Yeah,
They made
yeah,
him roll, do a flip in the
yeah.
ring. Yes. Very embarrassing. He was like a 16-year-old kid then, 17-year-old when he fought Floyd,
Oh,
right?
really? He was that young?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he
shoot.
was real young. He was real young, and he never had real boxing matches at that time. He was making the transition from kickboxing to kickboxer at the time.
Yeah,
So he was gonna, and people were saying, kickboxing and boxing are not the same. So my man's doing like, overall, he's only got like what 7, 8 professional boxing matches, some shit like that. I
yeah.
forget what the
It's
number
fast
is, but it's
tracked.
real low. It's
Yeah,
real low.
yeah.
But he's way further along and way more seasoned than your average boxer.
Okay.
He's got a lot of box. Yeah, for him to go in there and beat the Maloney twin like that, I was like, okay, kid, okay, because remember, the only people that shut down the Maloney twins was Naoya Inoue that knocked out the older Maloney twin, I think it's Jason Maloney, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Maloney got brutally knocked out by
Junto.
Junto Nakatoni,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which was the knockout of the year.
Yep.
So for this kid to go in there and shut him down and he literally outboxed that. That's a good boxing match right there. So, the problem with Inoue, little brother, it must
Takuma. Yep.
suck. It must suck, Takuma, to be a really skilled boxer and the gods blessed you with no power. You got no. You're like he's got like 5 knockouts in his entire career. He's he's
Yeah.
he's he's one of the
All the power
lowest
went to his brother, yo.
brother. Yeah, like you walk around and they look at your brother and they're like, "That's your brother." They automatically think that you can hit like him, and you can't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you look like. Listen, if you were to watch them spar, or with the headgear on, I'm trying to tell you, I've lost both of them 100 times. When you're looking at
Really?
one, he looks just like fucking Naoya Inoue, his older brother, the little one, Tacoma. He trains, he
Mm-hmm.
looks, he moves like him, everything, bro. Everything. There's subtle differences where that you can see in some of the fights where you watch Takuma, you say, in this situation, Naoya Inoue would have attacked. Naoya Inoue would have
Mm-hmm.
probably did this. That his brother might not do. But the reason
Yeah, because
why
he doesn't have the power
he doesn't
to
have the power right
yeah,
to
yeah.
do it, to take those chances,
To
because
take the
when
chance.
Naoya
Yeah.
Inoue's taking that, he's giving you something and he's pushing you back. Now he got you.
Mhm.
That guy's like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? But when you're getting hit with regular shit that you can take, and you're like, pop, pop, though it might be hard, and because I'm sure Takuma can punch. Okay, he punches hard. It's just not something so overwhelming that it's gonna like impede your movement. You're like, pow, pow, oh, I got that. You know? So, yeah, but they have been successful fighters that are not big punchers that I can name off the top of my head that have had successful careers. Okay? Sonny Edwards wasn't always the greatest, biggest puncher in the world, neither. And neither is Stephen
Exactly.
Kubo Fulton. Neither is Stephen
Yep.
Kubo Fulton. He's not a knockout artist. He's up to his
No.
third weight
No.
division. So there are guys that can not be that knockout artist, but can be an exciting fighter and also be successful as a world champion. Yes, skills do pay the bills, but power is important in this, and I don't think Takuma in a way is gonna beat him. For as much as I want to see this fight against Anthony Yard and David the Monster Benavidez, I'm more intrigued with Abdullah Mason on the card. You know what I
The
mean?
Willow
With
Masons
Sam
first
Notes.
shot at the title. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that. I definitely got to see
Wait,
that.
Vito Melnecki is added to the card?
Who's he gonna fight?
What the flip? Okay, Vito fighting against Samuel Namoa.
Hmm.
Okay. I wonder if that guy signed a TKO. Because I thought Vito's gonna sign a TKO group.
Right.
Huh. So he's gonna fight on that undercard, eh? I guess instead of Beterbiev,
Right.
that's who
Really?
pulled out.
That's who pulled out. Okay.
Yeah, Beterbiev and Demond Nicholson, I
Who do you
think it
got in that
was.
Parker fight?
I got Wardley, man. I'm going the upset.
Really? Really? You
I
gonna
want
go
the
with
young
Wardley?
guy Wardley. I like his
Ah.
story. He's got kind of like the Wilder story. Like he was a late bloomer.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Shoot, I don't
boxer
think he has
punchers give
any
him a lot of
amateur.
problems.
Oh, he is a puncher. Oh, you
But I
mean
think
for
boxer
Parker?
punchers, yeah, for Parker, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
gives him a lot of problems in that sense. I saw that other guy outboxing him for what was it, 9 rounds. He came out in the 10th Wardley or something, and fucking
Yeah,
ended up knocking him
Justice
out.
Honey. Yeah,
Yeah, with Honey, and Honey was, he fell asleep behind the wheel, dog, straight up,
he
and he
did.
didn't think that Wardley had enough pop in him. He thought he drained him, and Wardley masked it well, and he showed, I can carry my power late, baby, and if you fuck up, I'm gonna put you to sleep, and he sure did, But I think Parker's a little bit more seasoned for that, and I think he's gotten a lot better. What he
Joseph
did
Parker.
against Martin.
Yeah,
I think what he did against Martin Piccoli. Look, uh, uh, I, I understand it was last minute,
yeah.
last minute type
Couple
thing.
days notice.
What was it? 48 hours? That was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
last minute, huh? I
yeah.
understand that. So but damn, he did knock the man out, man.
Piccoli.
So yeah, so
Yep.
I like that European kid right there. What's his name there? Uh, Atuma,
Oh,
Atama,
Moses. Yep.
Moses Atama. How do you say his last name?
Yeah, I
Moses. Is
say
that
Atama. I've heard other people
Atama?
say it different ways, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He has my son's name, Moses. I like that kid, bro. I like that kid a lot, man. I want to see some more of him.
Yeah, me too. Me too, man. We got Mary Spencer, Michaela Mayer. It's gonna be a decent card in Canada, in Montreal. Shout out to my brother Arthur Biersanov. He's fighting against Sergey Lipinets. That'll be his first
Really?
former champ he's fighting. Yeah, he number 10
He,
in the WBC at 140, I
he
believe.
got that fight, huh?
Yeah, Boatsi's back against Zach Parker. Shout out to everybody who rocks with Boati. I like Boati. He's a good action fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him in some bigger fights. This looks like a Caribbean Royale event here. Got Lanier
Mm-hmm.
Perro, Jordan Thompson. Oh, those heavyweights. You got your U.S. Olympian bronze medalist Omari Jones is back.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Eddie Hearn's bringing his heavyweight Pat Brown over from the UK. Okay. Last time he
Mm-hmm.
brought a big guy over from the UK was Joshua. Man, he better be careful.
You better be careful crossing that pond. Sharks in the water. Maybe sharks in there. Yeah, this one right here. I'm gonna stop right here. Um,
Virgil.
Virgil Ortiz. We got to talk about this a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Luke,
yeah.
I thought he didn't get the fight. First, he was going to get the fight. Then he didn't get the fight. Then now he got talked into getting this because he was supposed to. Ersan Lubin was going to try to fight Jerome Busanis, wasn't he? Once upon a time ago. Then that fight
I
didn't
think
fell
I
through.
think he was back and forth with Bakram in negotiations.
Okay.
That's what it sound.
So, do you like this fight right here?
Oh yeah, I like it because I mean, I would have preferred Virgil to fight for a belt. You know, the guys. This is gonna be his fifth fight at 154. Like, bro, if you're such a high level guy, why are you not fighting for titles? Like,
So you
I
don't
feel like
destroy this fight in this card and try to put him as a replace? Nah, because Sebastian Fedora got the belt there in that situation. Yeah,
oh, Sebastian's injured, but
yeah,
apparently.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Bakram was the guy who wanted to fight Virgil, but Robert Garcia said they don't want to do the IBF rehydration rules. Like, I don't understand it. Like, he just got to 54. Why is weight even being talked about?
Right,
Like, you just got here, bro.
right, right.
So like, I guess this is the best other option is Lubin outside of
Well,
the
outside of the
champ.
belts.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's wrong with Bakram?
I I don't they said they don't want to do the IBF rules and that's what he has, the IBF title, Bakram.
That's right.
That's what
I
Virgil doesn't, or Robert
I
Garcia
don't
said
get it.
Virgil
I don't get it
doesn't
with
want to do.
Virgil. Yeah, it's always something with him. For like 2 years, I heard all kinds of excuses when he was at 147 with Terrence Crawford. Why the
Hmm.
WBC was the number one and didn't put in for the mandatory. And, I always heard Oscar De La Hoya come out with something. It was always something with Virgil. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look, I'm not going to take anything away from Virgil. I know what I'm looking at. He's a talented fighter. That guy can fight.
Hmm.
Whether he's world class, um, that kind of one. It seems like every time he gets to a division, there's somebody in the way stopping him from pulling the trigger. If he couldn't beat the WBC world champion, like there's other, but at the time Terrence Crawford had all the belts. By that time,
Hmm.
um, okay. So yeah, it's always something with my man. He's got like the interim WBC championship right now.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. What about what about that dude? What is his name? Abis at
Abbas.
154. Abbas. How do you say his name?
Yeah. Abbas Baru. Yeah.
He got upgraded Terrence Crawford's belt, didn't he?
Yep.
At
Yeah, he
154,
did. He's got the
right?
WBA. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I
I
go
think
after
I
him
think Xander said that that's who he wants to fight. So I think him and Xander are trying to
for
figure out.
unification, huh? That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
If I was Xander, I would hop on that quick, quick.
That's
Attack that champion young early. They're two young champions anyway.
mhm.
To come to think about it, but Avis got uh uh you know, it's no shame. He got emailed the status.
Yeah, I don't like it. The WBA does that.
He got the
I
he had
hate
the
it, bro.
regular, and then he got upgraded when
Upgraded.
but
Yeah.
look. See, if the WBA was a better organization and they had their shit together, you know, and I mean this WBA, you guys got to get your shit together, right? Okay, In certain situations in boxing, what you want is to have your champion wearing your belt. I get that. Money wise, Terrence Crawford, one of the biggest names, not the greatest cash cow, but doable. Better than 80, 90% of everybody else, right? Okay, I get it. But the minute Terrence Crawford made the decision to jump up and fight and challenge Saul Canelo Alvarez, the minute the ink dried on that contract, I would have took my belt away from him at 154, because it
Mm.
goes to tell you that you as a organization have to recognize that belt is going to sit on a shelf for a year. That's 1 year your belt's not making any money.
Yeah.
There's no champion representing that belt. And your hopes of, keep your fingers crossed, this is what the WBA has to be thinking, that if he goes up there and he fights Saul Canelo Alvarez and loses, guess what? He's still your WBA 154-pound champion. And if he wins, he gets the WBA 168-pound champion. So either way, you keep Terrence Crawford, right? But by doing so, you cause this problem. You allow Terrence Crawford to hold that belt for that long and vacate it at his convenience, while holding up the division, and this guy being a Reggie, which he could have fought for that belt in the ring and had won that honorably, rather than having people criticize the way he got it through an email because of when you decided to vacate your belt. Do you follow what I'm putting down, people? You see what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
don't know. I think the way the BA does it is like if you enter the ring at the new weight and don't get the exemption, then yeah, they strip you. So I think that's what Crawford was at, and that's why I'm curious to see where Tank is at, because he didn't
Right.
put in for an exemption for this fight with Jake Paul.
I
So
don't think
are
you
they
got to
going to
put.
do the right thing and strip him? They got to strip him.
No, I don't think you got to put it in for an exemption under Jake Paul and Tank Davis, because it's not under the rules of a real fight. It's under an exhibition.
Yeah, it's
So
hybrid, but you're still kind of holding up. You're still holding up the division essentially.
you're right on that. You're right. So who's the guy? So what we would have to do, let's do it. I'm gonna do it right now, right? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna look this up real quick. We would have to do is we would have to look up on the boxing ranking right now. We'd have to look up Tank Davis's and 135 pound on WBA. Who is the number one? Who
Oh,
is
it's
the
Kid
number one?
Austin.
Well then there you go. Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, and his
Yeah, he
father
has the interim. Yeah,
needs to put in the paperwork and cause enough noise and scandal to put pressure on the WBA to strip Tank Davis on the day he steps in the ring with Jake Paul. But if they're
I agree.
now, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go back down to this. Okay. The organization is only as good as the men and women that wear their belts. You mean to tell me which guy in the WBA headquarters is going to stand up and say, hey, I think we should strip Javante Tank Davis, a major cash cow, and let's go with Floyd Schofield. Brother, empty out your desk. You're fucking fired. You no longer work for us. Get out of here. Listen, because they're going to bend the rules because your name is Tank Davis. And who's
Yeah,
wearing our belt? Tank Davis, the WBA. And they're hurting for champions. As far as it goes, who's the WBA's greatest champions? I think now you got Jerron Boots Ennis that just won an interim. He fought for an interim belt. That's not even a real belt, right? It's just fucking crazy. But
yeah.
anyway,
He fought for the interim. Yep.
that's an interim belt. That's not a real belt. What's an interim entwine? What are what's in the title of an interim? You have a piece of a world championship. A piece.
Hmm.
You don't have full
Yeah,
status. And if you don't have full status, then what are you? Not the champion. Let's move on. Anyway, so like, the WBA got what? Rolly represent, like, Rolly's kind of
yeah.
hot right
One
now for
forty
doing that to
seven.
Ryan, right?
He's the
Rolly's kind of hot right now.
147 champ.
Yeah, but hey, look, they don't, as far as the
Shout out to Rolly.
WBA, you know what I'm saying? They're champions. I think that the strongest champions in boxing are hands down the WBC champions. they're probably the strongest champions right now. If you think about it, shit. With
Probably
even
the ring
the
champions.
the ring champions are strong. The ring champions are very strong. You even got the new arrival of Subriya Matias in the WBC lineup. Like, yo, they got some
Yeah,
monsters over there on that WBC side for champions,
yeah.
bro. Woo! You got some big hitters. They got Naoya anyway, but everybody got Naoya anyway. Hey, right? But yeah, you're only as good as the men and women that wear them belts,
Yeah.
and how powerful you are as a champion. So, you know, you got O'Shaughnessy Foster and Stephen Kubo Fulton fighting for WBC world titles and shit, and
Hmm.
and the WBA champions, right now they're not gonna get rid of Tank Davis. That's he's just too strong as a fucking just
I
him as
agree.
an entity. Yeah,
They're probably not gonna strip him.
nah.
They're not gonna strip Mr. Tank Davis.
Mm-mm.
But hey, if he retires, it's gonna look weird.
Look at this. I've been out a little bit, not with boxing, so much. Can if you just fill in the blanks for me, is this fighting at the same exact weight and everything? The first fight,
Yeah, I think
all
it's
the
pretty
rules
much
are
the
the same.
same. I think so. I think maybe you've been gonna get
Really?
paid a little bit better, but I think all the weight stipulations are the same. I'm pretty sure, which is nuts
Mm,
because Eubank barely
right. He
made
almost
weight.
died
Yeah,
trying to make this weight.
yeah. I don't know how you
That's
don't
insane.
get it in your favor this time, but
Yeah,
the money must be good.
yeah. I mean, to throw away 2 careers, that's pretty good money to throw away 2 careers over because Chris Eubank could have had a career upwards, and Conor Ben had a career at 147 somewhere. And
Hmm.
if he stays up there at that weight too long, you're not going to be able to come back down. And where they're going to put him, like, I don't know. Look at El General Brown. What they saying? The WBO champion.
Yep,
What?
he's waiting on November 15th in
Oh, I
Mexico.
see it.
Yep, him versus Kameda, and then you got Richard Torres on the
Arnold Camino.
undercard.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
and
El
then
General.
yes sir, Emiliano Vargas
Emiliano Vargas. He's the
Espinosa.
only son he has left that's not that's undefeated, right? All the other sons lost. The other
Yes,
two
the other
already
two, yes,
have already
lost.
lost. Yeah, he's the only one. Okay.
Shout out to my guy Josh Wagner from Canada. He's fighting against Harlem Eubank Friday, November the 21st. That should be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the one we all will be waiting for, November
Mm-hmm.
22nd. The Ring, Night of
Hey,
Champions.
Bam Bam Rodriguez is fighting on that card too, as well.
Yes, against Puma Martinez.
Against Puma Martinez, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, unification.
Wow, that'll be 3 belts, bro.
Yep.
I wonder if he stays in the division or if he runs out for the money. Because
Ooh. Runs
I
out for the
don't know.
money to who?
He runs up. Okay, because in the
Oh,
divisions that he's in, yeah, he can jump up 2 divisions, and Nakatani would be still there unless Nakatani moves up. He could afford, you know, a couple bigger fights, or if does he stick around and try to become undisputed?
I hope he gets
Uh,
undisputed.
I would like to see that. You know who I'm pushing for, of course, my guy. In Puerto Rico.
Mm.
I'm rocking with Oscar Collazo
Oscar
and
Colossal. Yeah.
Colossal, yeah, and I want him to be the first undisputed Puerto Rican champion Puerto Rico has ever had. We've had champions in every weight division. We had
Right.
unified champions. We've had Puerto Rican fighters with 2 and 3 belts, but never undisputed.
Huh.
So that's my guy. I'm behind. And of course, a lot of young talent coming up, like of course Keith Cologne, obviously,
Yep.
and Xander. He's starting his legacy now. He got 1 belt. Let's see where he goes from here. Oh, and this fight right here too, as well. Pitbull and Roach.
Yeah,
Rocha.
Eastside Cruz and Lamont Roach. Janet Beck and Lara. They'll probably be the co-main fighting for 3 belts. Then Oshaki
But
Foster and Cool Boy Fulton moved away from the Fedora card over to this card.
To this card. Okay.
Yep. Then you still
Okay.
got Shane
Okay.
Mosley Jr. and Ramos.
Ooh.
They're
Who
also
you
on the
got in that
undercard.
fight?
I got Ramos to be honest, but I think Vega
Yeah.
he said he got Shane Mosley Jr.
Yeah, I got Ramos though too. I got Ramos in the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, I can't be lost with his
That should
father,
be
what his
dope.
father once did. You know, the son's good, but yeah, like I like Shane Mosley a lot, you know, as a fighter and shit, but I can't be like, because he's from my era, but I'm not going to pick the son because of
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You got Diego Pacheco's back. I think Tito Mercado's on this card. A couple other people on this card as well. Matchroom card. It hasn't been officially announced. And then
Right.
obviously the Night of the Samurai. Kind of the setup event, man. I think it's the
That's
setup
crazy.
event, man. For
They
Junto
said that.
Nakatani. and
Yeah, they
and
said
anyway.
they done. I feel like I got some responsibility for this Picasso kid taking his fight because I roasted him on the internet, and I was just like, damn it, Alan David Picasso here. He ain't taking his fight with Naoya in a way. And his father ended up putting out like this thing saying that his son wasn't ready for him to fight him in Las Vegas. And then here steps in Roman Cardenas, right? Because Roman
Yeah.
Cardenas was not the first choice. The first WBC mandatory for Naoya Inoue straps was Alan David Picasso. But because he got roasted all over the internet because his father made a statement and saying that I'm not ashamed of saying that my son is not ready for this guy, in which I publicly came out and said that was the right thing to do, but you were a little too honest in the way
Yeah.
you said it. It made your son look like, and this is one of the things I talk about when we ask you guys, when we want the fighters to be honest, just say you don't want to fight him. Stop ducking him, right? Because you're ducking him. So
Yeah.
what do you think a guy's gonna say when he has the microphone? Oh, I'm scared of this guy. That's not gonna. It's not gonna favor in his. Oh no, I want to avoid him because he's too good. He's too good of a risk, right? So I think Alan David Picasso got fed up of hearing that he was ducking Naoya Inoue. And in the very next fight, you mean to tell me it was just one fight ago? Just one
Yeah.
fight ago, a guy had to step in for you because when they offered you the most money in Las Vegas, out of all places, you didn't have to go to Japan to fight him. You could have went to
Word.
Vegas and been home and fight him in a Mexico crowd with all your Mexicans behind you. And you said no. And the very next fight, you say yes? Talk about peer pressure. You weren't going to be ready for him then, and you're not going to be ready for him now.
Got
You're
that
just
Saudi bag.
Oh, man, he
Said,
got the
nah,
Saudi
I
bag.
can't turn that down.
Maybe not, right? Maybe that's worth an ass whooping. I don't know what that check looks like. If I probably saw the check, I'd be like, okay, I understand why you did this. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm shut up. I'm like, I know exactly why, right? So, but that's the good thing with us being on this side of the microphone. I feel like I can speak freely. I bring to you guys, true boxing knowledge, insight, and sometimes I'll take shots at things, but I'll let you know what they are. My honest assessment. But things like in this situation, this is all facts. His father put up that letter. I put the letter up on my thing from where on the social media platform. It was just one fight ago. He was saying he was not ready for this monster. That check's got to look fucking damn good. Huh? Yes, I'll fight him. Did you? No. Oh no. I didn't say no. I said,
Yeah. Exactly how that conversation probably went.
Yo, bro, it's crazy. So, yeah, he's the number one for the WBC. He knocked out MJ. Not a knockout. He went the distance with MJ. The thing was that in Naoya Inoue's wins, you could always learn something. I learned in that fight that he was getting ahead of himself and as a fighter. He was the type of fighter that was starting to fall in love with his own power. That could be real detrimental to a fighter. You know how that is, Ryan. When
Yep.
fighters fall in love with the knockout. They start knocking people out, and all of a sudden they expect that all the time. And you can go
Yeah.
in there putting yourself in unrisky situations because you got away with it last time. You think that these fighters are scared of you. Romar Cardenas said, "I'm not scared of you," and he stood there in the pocket, put you down.
Mm-hmm.
So it taught you a valuable lesson, and you went back to square one. And the lesson in the MJ fight with Naoya Inoue was, I don't care if you can knock him out. I want to see if you can follow orders. Can you box? Then just do that
Yeah.
for me. Do that for me. Show me that you can outsmart this guy and box this guy. Think your way out and not rely on your power. Did you forget what it was like to box? We know your
Mm-hmm.
power is there, right? Why don't you try fighting without it? Show
Right.
me. And that's exactly what Naoya Inoue said at the end of the fight. He followed the game plan.
Yeah,
He
he did
followed.
say that. Yep.
He didn't. Even if I got you hurt or what, that was not what they're asking me to do. They're asking me to stay. Am I disciplined anymore? Can I
Mm-hmm.
be taught? Can I be and then being this kind of champion, who the fuck is gonna tell you what you're doing is wrong? Sometimes your ego can turn on you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
You can
That's
start
good that
telling
he did that.
right. It kind of checks you. And when I took that from Naoya Inoue, I was like, wow, that kind of champion took a step back and was like, I'll do what you asked me to. Like, he didn't let the hype, the fame, the money, like, what? Like, those are special kind of guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people turn into AB. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
get
true.
crazy. You get crazy and you start believing all your shit. And now all of a sudden you're saying shit on TV. Yo, who? Oh, you're married? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, baby, what's up? Like, you get
Yeah.
beside yourself. You get
Yeah.
beside yourself. You just think you're bigger than, and I've seen that happen so many times. And then when you get these athletes, the great ones, and they have this kind of like Tom Brady effect. The Naoya anyway has the Tom Brady effect. I swear to God, in boxing, right? He's like, oh
Mhm.
shucks, I knocked him out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not out there like threatening you. He's not disrespectful. He comes across real humble and Tom Brady's out there fucking whipping your ass on the football field just scoring. Oh shucks. Are you the best Tom Brady? No. I think that guy's better than me. But he keeps winning rings. Touchdown. He just kills you with kindness. Like and it's crazy when you see that. It's
Yeah.
that shit's fucking hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck around and lose my mind. I knock out OC the boss in the first round and shit. I'm the greatest fighter of all time. You know what I'm saying? I think that you need to fucking me.
Uh-oh.
Building of me. But you know what I'm saying? It'll be a statue of me in the front of it. Right?
This
Right?
guy.
You lose your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, but and that's me off an amateur fight, right? To be a world champion like Naoya anyway, and to be humble and to take advice and to listen to game plans and not allow your ego to come in and say, no, bro, you can knock this guy out. You have the power. Fuck the game plan. Let me go in for the kill. At some point that has to enter your mind. And for you to stay the course like that, like, and the kind of ass whooping, I mean, I don't think MJ won one round. I think it was 12-round shutout.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was.
was a
It was
12
bad.
round. Yeah, it was a 12-round shutout. I mean, it was a massive class of performance without the knockout. So, and then knowing that you're putting your streak on the line. Remember, he was coming on a 12-fight knockout streak and title fights coming into that fight. And for you to
Jeez.
put that to a side, you just passed Terrence Crawford on it.
Right.
You could have kept adding to that. It's just a lot, bro. What that does for him, like, I was like, whoa, yo, Naoya anyway, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Like, you're still teachable. You didn't let shit get to your head. Like, you are with your team and you believe in your team in the process. You really do.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow, like that's fucking amazing. That is amazing. And then him being your dad and stuff, you know how that can
His
happen,
coach.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like father and son, like, I've seen a lot of times. I go through this with my sister. I don't have no parents. My sister's like my acting mom. Both my parents are deceased, right? So growing up for quite some time, my oldest sister plays the part of my mom, right? Okay. So like uh I'll come home, and what my sister does as a profession, she
Hmm.
counsels. She counsels. She's like a counselor and shit.
Okay.
And and she's a counselor. She runs the community church. She's run that. She has like an outreach, and they make sandwiches on Saturday and pass them out to the homeless. My sister
Hmm.
fights on the council for the educational, for the bus transfer, make sure that the kids are getting from point A to point B type shit. And she has like she's a Latin woman in Massachusetts. There's only 3 Latin women that has a master's in her field. She has a master's in college in her
Nice.
field. She very, very educated and very into like things, right? So I walk into the house, boom, psh, right? And I said all of that to say this: that every time she talks to me, I look at her and I go, "Yo, take off the counseling cap and talk to me as my sister."
Hmm.
And she can't sometimes do it
Yeah.
because,
Separate the two.
yeah, she's always trying to lecture me, counsel me. And I'm like, yo, can I talk to my sister? Like at some point, like you're so wired to do your job that every time you sit down, it's got to be like a counseling therapy session. Like, can we laugh a little? Joke
Yeah.
about mistakes and say, "Yo, man, I fucked up," right? Right? Like, you don't gotta always. I know the difference between fucking up now today than I did then. You know what I mean? Allow me to fuck up, laugh with you, and be like, "Yo, come on, man," like, you know what I'm saying? Then, don't go, "Well, you should have did." I know what I should have did. I fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta try to cure me. Just know I fucked up. That's it. Like, but that's how it is. I know what that's like. Like, sometimes people can't turn it off. You know what I mean?
That's facts, man.
They're always gonna be that person. And when you have a couch with a father and son, and you're coming home, your father doesn't stop talking fucking boxing, bro. When did he ever? He's like being that mentor and that father, and it's just a thin line. You know, and especially when you had a father that was boxing and a son that's boxing, and the son starts to overtake the father in his accomplishments. You know, um, egos can be pushed around, and media is not on your side. They want you to always say something stupid against your father. It's up to you as the athlete to put yourself in check. And say, yo, I don't compete against my family. I don't compete against my father. We're a team and this and that and whatever. And he did him, and this is my era. And I don't try to do that. But like you saw Mayweather and his father, and Mayweather yells back at his father, "You were never half the fighter I was," and this and that. And that got ugly. That got
Hmm.
ugly real fast.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit said, and I was like, oh shit, like, like, so, you know, I mean, what can Naoya Inoue's father say to him? Like, I was a way better fighter than you. like, no, dude, you didn't even make it out the amateurs. Like, stop it, stop right
Yeah.
there. Like, right. So, like, those father and son things. Like, sometimes it's tough. It's tough. But juggling
Yeah.
both things and meaning well for your son, and then he gets to the point of the age where I call it, you grab the belt. Your mom ever be hitting you or something and you were like 10 and you couldn't grab the belt, but when you get like 12, 13, you're like, enough is enough. Like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. Hitting me with the belt shit, right? Like, um, so it's like, some of these fighters, they get to a certain point where I feel like they 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 gotta reach out and like take control. Like I think Jerron Boots and his father. His father had this real like boot camp mentality. And then Jerron Butenich grew up. He wasn't that amateur fighter, that young kid fighter no more. And he was a man. And then all of a sudden, you can't send that man to his room. And that man's a world champion. And that man turns around and said, "You want to know something? I'm about to buy my own house." And you start losing control of your son. You're like, "Yo, wait. Like, I think you need to stay here." And he grabs the belt. And he's like, "Yo, enough's enough. Like, I got to go live my life. Like, I'm going to be with this girl. I'm going to buy this chain." Your father's like, "Don't buy that chain. Don't spend that money." And you're like, "No." You got to let your kids make their mistakes, but try to guide them. But they're going to make their mistakes just like we did.
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm going to wrap this up, man. Let them know where they can find you, Round One.
Yo, Round One Sports Talk. You can find me on Instagram, Round One Sports Talk, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm a Round One Sports Talk show. I haven't been going on lately, but I like to come on. You know what I'm saying? So I saw my man right here on. Of course, chop it up with my man Boxing Up North. And thank you for having me on, Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
talking boxing.
Man. Keep training, bro.
Yeah.
Less than a month left.
Yeah, absolutely. Come watch us fight. Border Wars,
man.
November 8th, Atlanta, Georgia. If you can't be out there in person, you can watch it on live stream on YouTube. Ness is going to, he actually has a software now that is going to allow me to co-promote the fight, and it's going to stream off his channel and my channel, Round One Sports Talk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
we're
good,
going to put that all together. So just in case, it's going to be streaming live on Round One Sports Talk November 9th. You can also watch the fight there. Ryan, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing. And guys, if you guys like the show, love the show, whatever, if it kept you entertained, give my man a like here, man. It costs you guys nothing. Helps out with the stream. And if you haven't already, subscribe to his channel. It's one of the best and growing boxing channels in YouTube. Ryan, thank you. You have been the best. And I'm out.
You already know, Round One. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you as always coming through.
All
right. Showing love, man. It's glad he jumped on, man. Talk about that anyway for a bit. Get us approached on it. But yeah, we've been on for a couple hours, 3 hours now. If you didn't get to know, we are doing a little giveaway. The caps, man, are members only. It only costs you $1 to get into the membership. I just dropped the betting slips for today or this weekend, so you can get that if you become a member today. Hopefully we can win some money this weekend. And I'm gonna do that draw at the end of the month for this type of hat here. I'll get it ordered straight to your crib. I'll do the draw at the end of the month. I'll get all the names rounded up, and then we'll do the wheel. Spin the wheel at the end of the month, and the winner will get a hat, man. Boxing Talk Up North. So y'all can rock that hat. And y'all going to the boxing event or pull up to Border Wars, wherever you're gonna be at, man. You represent. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who bought a membership today. We had 4 members added. Like I said, it only costs you $1. And man, thanks for the support. Everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Am I wrong for 500 on Lubin? I think that fight closer than people saying, man. For sure. I wouldn't throw 500 on it, but hey, if you got it, you can go ahead and do that. I ain't gonna tell you what to spend either. But peace.
Yeah. What? I will slap you if you don't move this car. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you.